gentlemen, from Austin, Texas, Paul Rodriguez!
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here in this wonderful place. When I told my friends I was doing my HBO special from Austin, they said, you know, it's a college town. I go, what are you trying to say? I'm an idiot? I can't go over there? I could have got to college. But I had a teacher that obstructed my intelligence. I had a teacher once ask me if I was a complete idiot. She said, Mr. Rodriguez, are you just a complete idiot? Thank God I didn't know English at the time. How do you answer that? Are you a complete idiot? No. I'm a few units short. But I'm going to summer school. Hopefully I will graduate. I was thinking about the word idiot, and I realized that it's different from crazy, or lunatics, or stupid people. These are genetic problems. Crazy, stupid, lunatics, something went wrong in the womb. The X, the Y was missing a piece, a chromosome, a chip, something went terribly wrong. Two people that shouldn't have done it did. That's where you get crazy and lunatics from. But idiot is not a permanent condition. Think of an idiot as a virus, like catching a cold. You can be an idiot for a week or a month. And the dangerous thing about idiocy is that you never really are sure who has the virus and who doesn't. We don't know who the idiots are, because they all dress normal, they come in all colors. Hell, every family has the minimum of at least one idiot in that family. If you don't know who the idiot in your family is, it's you. We never are sure who the idiots are. That's what we're always asking. Hey, what kind of idiot are you? Who's that idiot over there? What idiot did this? And you get so insecure that sometimes you turn it on yourself. What, am I the idiot here? Don't ever ask, what kind of idiot do you think I am? Because people will answer. Complete idiot? If we were all made in the image of our Creator, then it stands to reason that God must have an off day too. I'm not going to stand here and call God an idiot. I'm not calling you an idiot, God. I'm saying well, hell, look at an armadillo. He wasn't at the top of his form. An armadillo looks like a rat with aluminum siding. You know, when God made the armadillo, he was like in a hurry. He'd been working for 6 days. He's getting ready to go to another universe, start another world. When Angel Michael goes, whoa, whoa, hold on, God. We need another animal. There's a few parts left in the garage. God goes, all right, there. What is it? I don't know. Put it in Texas. There's plenty of room there. Let it roam around. I don't know what the hell an armadillo was. First time I saw that. I said, Dad, what is that? He goes, shut up, just eat it. I've never seen an animal who was like just ready to be turned into shoes, belts, a basketball. What do you want? They make boots out of them here in Texas. I bought a pair. You can't cross the street. You get to the middle and you freeze. Hey! There's a truck coming. Come on! You know, the quickest way to become an idiot is to fall in love. Because when you fall in love, the heart And the brains stop communicating. They don't talk to each other. It's kind of like the House and the Senate. There's no communication. You don't know why you're in love. You just are. And when you're in love, your friends talk about you like something horrible happened to you. Like you died. Ain't you hear about Ray? No, what happened? He's in love. No. Really? Yeah. I saw him at the mall carrying a purse. Wow, really? Yeah. Remember that nice car he had? He traded it in for a Volvo station wagon. No. Yeah. Then it's serious. It's serious. The first person you dated, or probably the person you lost your virginity to, was an idiot. Don't feel alone. We all did this. That's what your parents worry about. They're in their bedroom talking about you. Oh, God, don't tell me she's dating that idiot. I don't know what she sees in that idiot. I hope she's not fucking that idiot. Because those are the most dangerous types of idiots. Fucking idiots. Because that means that they're sexually active. They're passing on that virus. The quickest way to get what I call an idiot chill, and everyone here listening to me has done this, turning on your car when it was already on. Man, do you feel like you get an idiot shock. You look around, there are other people in other cars pointing at you. What an idiot! That's why somebody invented tinted windows. So we couldn't see who the idiot that did it is. And it's especially worse if your old lady's sitting next to you. Because women just won't let you forget. Oh, no. They'll just sit there and go, you're such an idiot. Didn't you tell me to go out and warm up the car while you took a shower? How do I warm up a car without turning it on? No, you have to turn it on again. Idiot. That's why there's so much domestic violence. Because you don't know when to shut up. No, come on. You know you're smarter than we are. We know you're smarter than we are. Women use both sides of their hemisphere in their brain. They're more verbal. Men, we just use our stem. And I'm not talking about the one in your cerebellum. You just keep talking and talking. Everyone since the beginning of time has tried to find out how to communicate with the opposite sex. Right now, there's a man making a fortune who wrote a book about relationships. Women are from Venus and men are from Amarillo. And he actually says that the best way to stop your old lady from being angry is to let her talk. I'm saying, shit, that's why we're fighting. She won't shut up. And we argue about silly things because men and women, we talk, but we don't listen to each other. Women get mad. You haven't called me in 3 days. Men, we're going, shit, I just called you 3 days ago. What are you mad about? Have you ever gone to your house and she has that look? You know she's upset. And you walk in there and you pretend like you don't know why, but you know why. And you're in there and you're talking to yourself and you're going, now, be careful of what you say. Watch your words very carefully. Center yourself. Think about it. And Paul, for crying out loud, listen. Listen. Say something that will stimulate conversation. And the best we come up with is, what's up? But I'll tell you what's up. And we're going through a checklist of things we did. And women are so smart that sometimes they just do that to trap us into confessing for things that they don't know we did yet. Then we start going through our checklist. Did she find that phone number? Lipstick on the color? The pair of pennies in the glove box? Women are just intuitive. Oh yeah. Women they're at another level. So you gotta be very careful. Be very careful. Because women have the ultimate power. They do. Oh yeah, they'll shut down Disneyland. I'm telling you. That's right. And we'll be begging, oh no, baby, please, no. Not Disneyland for you. We'll be at the, no. How about Magic Mountains? No Magic Mountains. No. No Disneyland. No Magic Mountains. No SeaWorld tampoco. No SeaWorld. That's when we start going, baby, please, baby, please. And your IQ has nothing to do with you not being an idiot or not. Because there's a lot of educated idiots. These are total idiots. These are idiots with degrees on the wall. Case in point, the Unabomber. This guy was a genius. He had an IQ of 170. Now that's way up there. Einstein's IQ was around 180. 170 is way up there. I mean, you don't even have to pay dues to enter Mensa. They just let you right in. For those of you that don't know what Mensa is, you're not a member. $170, man, this guy went to Harvard. He graduated magna cum something. This guy was a mathematician. He understood the workings of the universe. He could do everything except hang himself with his underwear. My IQ is about 70, and I know goddamn well I can hang myself with my underwear. Hell, I woke up like that many mornings. And if you're going to be a criminal, those of you not watching me in Texas, don't come to Texas with your nonsense. Because here in Texas, when they say death penalty, they're not bullshit. That's right. When it comes to the death penalty, we're number one. They don't care, male, female. They'll fry you like a catfish. They'll light you up. That's right. And I think it should be like that the rest of the states. You know, I actually read that people say that it is more expensive to put someone to death than to give them life in prison. I'm saying, how much does a rope and a stepladder cost? What are bullets going for nowadays? 80 cents? Fucking bill me. I'm sick and tired of people who find Jesus in death row at Huntsville. Every time they get the penalty, they always find Jesus. I found Jesus. Well, good. You'll recognize him when you get there. Texas, they don't care. This last one, Carla Faye, she was out there going, you know, I've changed my life around. That's really nice, Carla. Well, we have this pickaxe in someone's head. You know, I'd like to contribute to society now. Oh, yeah, you're going to contribute. You're going to be a fucking organ donor. You're going to contribute your cornea, your kidney, your heart. Oh, you'll be contributing. You're going to be the Pep Boys of human organ parts. It'd be nice if people could find Jesus before they hack someone to death. And you know what's really stupid? They actually made smoking illegal on death row. Like that's really people who are concerned about their health. Smoking, it's a question about civil liberties. I'm running around, I live in a state where, like in California, where like it's illegal to smoke anywhere. They actually say that secondhand smoke is more dangerous than smoking. I'm saying, shit, that's the best reason I've heard to smoke. If you smoke and somebody tells you, why are you smoking? Just go, I don't want that secondhand shit. That shit'll kill you. This'll just give you a nice buzz. And if you think about it, nothing in life that's secondhand is any good. You know, you buy a pair of secondhand pants, you don't go around bragging. You know, only 3 people peed on these things. They're practically new. It's crazy. The reason why they cut out smoking, for example, Camels, you can't use Joe Camel no more because supposedly cartoons influence children into smoking. Now, at first I thought this is really a silly law, and then I thought about my own youth and realized that all the cartoons that I watched in my youth probably shaped the person I am today. Because if you think about it, all those cartoons were under the influence of some kind of substance, legal or otherwise. Yogi Bear, he was a marijuana freak. He had the munchies. Right? This guy went through 6, 7 picnic baskets a day. And Boo Boo was his supplier. Boo Boo was his facilitator. His connection. It was always, here, Yogi, smoke this. Thank you, Boo Boo. Keep an eye on the Ranger. That's some good stuff there, Boo Boo. Sugar Bear, he was on heroin. Can't get enough of that sugar smack. No problem without my smack wood. Speedy Gonzalez, this was a methamphetamine freak. Speedy Gonzalez. Crystal meth. I've been Mexican for a long time. I've never seen one go, ay, arriba, 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 arriba. My father used to hate me when I watched that cartoon. Turn that shit off. Making us look stupid. But it was my favorite because there was another character in that cartoon named Slowpoke Rodriguez. Remember that? Slowpoke was just a run-of-the-mill alcoholic. When the cat came around, all the other rats were run. Slowpoke actually had a conversation with the cat. Hey, Señor Pussy Gato. You better not eat me. You'll get cirrhosis of the liver. And the ones who weren't on some kind of drug or another had another freaky problem. Bugs Bunny was a cross-dresser. Every cartoon I ever saw Bugs, he dresses up in a woman's dress, puts lipstick and a blonde wig, and gives Elmer the tongue. And Elmer doesn't really fight him off all that much. Why, shucks, ma'am. I'm gonna get that rabbit. Yeah, he's gonna get him in the missionary position. Woody Woodpecker. That's 3 ways to say dick right there. Or for you college kids, it's a triple phallic reference. Popeye? That was a crack pipe he had, I'm sorry. And Olive Oil Skinny, she's a crack whore. She didn't have no parenting skills whatsoever. Sweet Pea is always going into traffic, cars are passing by. She's out there after Pluto, hanging around the dock. She's a crack whore. Porky Pig was a flasher. He never wore no underpants. He just walked around with that little coil. I told you I had a teacher that asked me if I was a complete idiot. She used to tell the class, "Class, do not laugh at Mr. Rodriguez's antics. Please do not encourage his behavior. This is not going to help you out, young man, when you're out there pumping our gas." She actually told me that, man. She actually stood me in front of the class one time and goes, "You know, look at him, class. You'll see him again, pumping your gas into your car." Mrs. Summers, I hope you have HBO. Oh, and one more thing. Fuck you. I'm sorry. But when am I ever going to get a chance like this again? I've always been a dreamer. There's nothing wrong with dreams. Dreams are beautiful. They're a gift from God. Dreaming is God's way of letting poor people go to the movies. It's God's giant blockbuster. And if you think about it, dreams come in all genres. Just like movies, you have your horror movies. That's equivalent to your nightmares. You have your wet dreams. Those are your porno movies. Then you have those dreams you can't make no sense of, where like you're dancing with a circus bear. That's your Fellini dream. I think they got it wrong, though. Nightmares are not nightmares. They're good. Everyone here has had that dream where you fall off a building and you're going to, oh, and then you wake up and you go, woo! Yeah, I'm alive! Or that dream where a serial killer is chasing you and you can't get away from them because you're wearing armadillo boots. And just before they split your head open like a ripe melon, you wake up and you go, ha! I'm alive! Those aren't nightmares. Nightmare is when you're dreaming that you're in bed with Cindy Crawford. She's butt naked in your bed. And you're just about to flip her over like a warm tortilla. When your mom wakes you up, get up, go to school. What? No! Makes you want to holler. Throw up both your hands. You ever had a dream that was so delicious, you purposely tried to get back into it? And as hard as you tried and you try, you can never get the same cast together again. This time you're in bed, and yes, it is a woman, but it's Mrs. Howell from Gilligan's Island. And you don't want to flip that over. That's when you want your mom to wake you up before you come. Women are the dominant force, the life force, even in the animal world. I got cable. It's legal now that HBO paid me. But before, I was just like you. I was hooked up to the neighbors. I've never met an honest cable guy you couldn't bribe for $5 and a beer. So I'm flipping through the channels the other day and I'm watching the animal world. It's an animal channel where they show you how every species on the planet procreates. Right? And it's basically animal porno. And I was fascinated how in the animal world, the female rules too. I was watching the courtship of the black widow spider. Man, males don't have it good in that species. The black widow is 10 times bigger than the male spider. It's like Macaulay Culkin trying to mount Roseanne Barr. And the male spider better be fast, and she better be in a good mood. Kind of like your domestic life. The male spider has to stroke her ride, has to climb ride, very gently, don't piss her off. Do his business and run! Run! Because she'll turn around and just eat you, and not in the way most of us like. Don't get me wrong, I'm for animal rights. I'm sensitive to their needs. Matter of fact, right now, here in Texas, they're suing Oprah because she said derogatory things about cows. Now listen, if you're a vegetarian, fine. If you want to murder vegetables, fine. But leave the rest of us alone, would ya? Hey! I've never met a vegetarian that looked healthy enough to kick my ass personally. They all look like the crib keeper. And they tell the rest of us, no, honest, I feel really good. I've never had more energy in my life. What's wrong with eating cows? What do you think God made them for? They're big, they're stupid, they're delicious. You want more reasons? I've never met an animal more prepared to die than a cow. Next time you go to a farm, look at a cow in the eyes. It is begging you for a bullet. Please, please shoot me. Make a leather coat. I'm tired of somebody sucking the milk out of me every morning. When early man was out there hunting, every other animal ran. The deer went, fuck it. You want my ass, you better. Deer are very jittery, you know. Hey. They know when hunting season is. When it isn't deer season, fuck, they're right at your yard. They're in your door, they're eating your, you know. Your flowers, your gardenias. Come deer season, they know, fuck, they're out of their shit. When early man went out there to hunt, all the intelligent animals split. Who stayed there? The cow. I'm glad you're here. What can you say about an animal that actually falls asleep standing up so drunken college kids could tip them over? Huh? You know, if you're a vegetarian, fine. It's not a religion. It's just a choice of food. See, this is the great thing, the most precious thing about America, that you can believe in any God. You can make up your own God, and nobody can tell you, no, you're wrong. I have an aunt that converted. She became a Jehovah's Witness. She is relentless. Every Sunday morning. Greetings, the power, awakening. And you know, God bless the Jehovah's Witnesses. You are committed, you do believe, you know, but you're relentless. I admire your determination, but don't fucking knock on my door on Sunday. My aunt was relentless. It got to the point where we had to join the Jehovah's Witness Protection Program. This is where the Catholic Church relocates you some other place. What are you guys doing here? We're hiding from Lupe. I feel like Sammy the Bull Gravano, you know. The reason I love this state is because it is ethnically pleasing to my eyes. I like it. This is the only state that I've actually met people come up to me and go, hey, my name is Billy Bob Martinez. This here's my wife, Thelma Sue Jimenez. All the interbreeding, the intermixture, I'm for that. I'm for interracial mixing here. I think, yeah. I think the quicker that blacks, whites, Asians, the quicker we all interbreed, the quicker we all look like Filipinos, the happier we're going to be as a people. You see, I understand prejudice. I do. You know, some people like Coke, some people like Pepsi. But I don't understand racial prejudice because none of us chose the color of our skin. God is not Earl Shive. This is not a paint job. Some of us just got lucky. And I mean that not in a derogatory way. If you're white, you got lucky. If you're black, Asian, God had a purpose. God had a reason. There's a job. I once asked my father why we were this color. He said, well, I guess he knew we were going to have the outdoor jobs. And whites have the indoor jobs. And it's no picnic being Caucasian either. They suffer from problems we'll never suffer from. Carpal tunnel problems. These keyboards are a bitch. Oh, my tennis elbow. Oh, there goes my golf leg. I guess I'm gonna need a cart now. To take a good look at me. You are not looking at a victim. Don't use my race as a victim. Don't play the race card. Whatever color you are, there's a reason. There's a purpose. do stupid things. What did I tell in the beginning? Being an idiot has nothing to do with the color of your skin. We all do. For example, I have a theory that the darker you are, the louder you are. In a crowd, whites seldom will holler across the room. They don't holler across the room. It's a social taboo for them. Their old lady will go, look, look, there's Bill over there. Holler. No, I can't holler. Whites wait to make eye contact. Then when they make eye contact, they go. Call me. We'll talk. See, blacks and Latinos, we don't mind hollering across the room. What's up, dog? What's up? Get over here. Man, oh, it's so good to... Go on with mass, Father. It's so good to see you. Scoot over, lady. Come here. There's room for you over here. I said scoot over. He just got out of prison. He just killed somebody that wouldn't scoot over. See, the reason I think we're loud is because in every city I've been to, the ghetto and the barrio are right intermesh. They're right next door to each other, right near the airport. That's why we're loud. You'd be loud too if there was a 747 going over your goddamn house every 3 minutes. That's why African Americans are always going, know what I'm saying? 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 They really don't know if you know what they're saying. They're not sure if you heard them the first time. They don't shut up until somebody goes, I heard that. If you know what I'm saying. See, I find humor in ethnicity. I was at Chicago O'Hare. I saw two stewardesses using quotation marks. This is something blacks, Latinos, Asians, we just don't do this. These two stewardesses are going, Janice, you'll never guess who I saw. She goes, who? I saw Bob. She goes, Bob? You know, Bob. And when she did that, she went, oh, Bob! Yes, of course, Bob. I thought Bob was gay. No, he's not. Bob? Bob? Yeah, Bob. Now, I'm fascinated by this. Because I've never seen blacks or Latinos use it. If this catch on in our neighborhood, I could just see it, you know. What's up, dog? What's up, perron? Hey, Holmes, let me ask you, do you want to do a drive-by? Huh? You got any bullets? Hey, where's your sister at? The mysterious and wonderful thing about Hispanic Americans is that we come in all colors. All colors of God's rainbow, we come in all colors. There are black Hispanics. Most of them dominate Major League Baseball, God bless. Roberto Clemente. I never saw a black Hispanic. I went to New York for the first time. I saw a brother, a black man, with a big fro come to me and talk to me in impeccable Spanish. Oye, mi brother. Tú sabes lo que te estoy diciendo. 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 Te oigo, mi brother. I said, damn. This brother was paying attention. There are black Hispanics Every color to white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, Daisy Fuentes, Luis Miguel, Brady Bunch looking. White, Anglo, white is white. And there's a lot of us this, you know, kind of coffee color. I like to think of myself as latte. There's even Jewish Hispanics. They're called Sephardics. I've seen them at their temple. Elohim, Elohim, no, todo está muy bueno. I knew a guy named Ramon Lipschitz. The president of Peru is Japanese. Fujimura. I was in Miami. There's Chinese Cubans. They invited me to go eat at a Chinese restaurant called El Chino Latino. The guy's name was Juan Chon. Juan Chon. I couldn't stop laughing. Oh, señor, lo ligo un placer tenerlo aquí. He introduced me to his wife, Chichona. We've established that we come in all colors, all shades of God's rainbow. What does that say about Hispanics? We'll sleep with anything. I don't understand the obsession with America trying to get rid of us. The word illegal is a euphemism for someone that looks like me. Well, I'm not illegal. I'm American. I had somebody actually tell me, why don't you go back to where you came from? I go, El Paso? You know, the difference is, you tell us to go back where we came from, we could probably walk there. You, on the other hand, are going to need the Titanic. Look, 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 look. I'm sick and tired of being blamed for everything. Why do you got to blame my people for everything? You blame us for ridiculous things we had nothing to do with. This year, you're blaming us for weather. Come on. Isn't it ridiculous? You can't turn the TV on. Every weatherman from here to Maine is going, El Nino. El Nino is causing these thunderstorms. It's all due to El Nino. Now, this weather phenomenon happens in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Why can't it be a Chinese boy? Why can't it be a Hawaiian surfer? Or a white dude that caught like a gnarly wave, you know? Why is it a Nino? Why? Let me tell you, you see any Mexican floating that far in the Pacific, something went terribly wrong. That river was mighty swollen. But I can assure you, his objective was not the Galapagos Islands. Blame us for everything. And when you don't blame us for something, you give us things that we don't really own. In the animal world, you guys picked all the good dogs. The German Shepherd, big, beautiful Nazi dog. The Irish setter, here lassie, here lassie. What do we get? A Chihuahua. And then you compound the problem by humiliating his ass. Yo quiero Taco Bell. in Chihuahua. I've been to Chihuahua. Them dogs ain't from there. Some crazy genetics professor got a hamster and a rat to fuck. And you blamed us for it. What is it? I don't know. Give it to the Mexicans. Here, that's a Chihuahua. Well, we don't want it. Thank you very much. We don't want it. I don't understand. What did we ever do to you? You like everything else about us. You love our beer. The tacos surpass the hamburger. You love our food. You love our music. You love our women. It's like if you can just take every part of our culture without having to be burdened by us having to come along with it, you take it. We're not selling. Detroit is the worst. I went to the car show. Every shitty car, every crappy car, they take a beautiful Spanish-sounding word and they give it to the crappiest cars they have. Go to the car show. Go to any car dealer. They give them beautiful Latin names to crappy cars.
And now Ford is proud to present the Tiempo.
If you buy a Tiempo, I guarantee you'll spend most of your goddamn Tiempo fixing it. Your girlfriend will call you up. Are we going out? No tengo tiempo.
Ford is proud to present the Fiesta.
If any of you are driving a Fiesta, I can tell you now that none of your childhood dreams and ambitions materialized. You can't pick up a hooker in a Fiesta. I tried. She said, get your ass out of here. Don't come back until you got at least a Pinto. What kind of cheap whore do you think I am? How about when they give it a name that means the opposite, like the Chevy Nova? They didn't even bother to ask us what it meant. No va. No va means won't go. No va. Gee, they wonder why sales didn't skyrocket in the barrio. Hey, Mr. Sanchez, would you like to buy a Nova? No. I want a va. You want us to buy it? Call it the Siva. The va mucho. The va turbo hasta la chingada. The worst one is when they make up Latino-sounding words that don't mean nothing. The bravada. What the hell is it? Will you tell me? What's a bravada? I thought I had missed something. I called my grandma. Grandma, what's a bravada, bravada? She goes, I don't know. You know. You're holding out. What's a bravada, bravada? She goes, I don't know. I don't know. A Mexican lesbian woman. I don't know. She's all bravada. You know, like your Tia Lupe. You know, 47 years old, no kids, wears comfortable shoes, tú sabes. You add it up. I can't tell you how lucky I am to be able to make a living out of something that used to get me in trouble. I don't know what you do for a living, and it don't really matter. But if when you were a child, you dream of doing what you do now, then you are a wealthy person. If you dream in becoming whatever it is you do, if you can't wait to get up in the morning to do it again, then damn it, you're rich. And it has nothing to do with money. I lost my father last year. He died. He was a migrant farm worker. Worked all through Texas. We used to pick strawberries and poteet. I hate strawberries. Our fingers used to be red, blood red, I remember. To this day, I can't eat strawberry jam. I hope the Strawberry Coalition doesn't send me to court for this. I can't think of a better idiot movie than Forrest Gump. It won the Academy Award. It's basically about two idiots. If you ever run into a white supremacist, just rent the tape for them. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are smarter. Put this in and watch it. Mama said life's like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. I'm saying, why don't you read the label? Ralph Nader passed the law in '63. All food products have to list their contents. What do you mean you never know what you're going to get? And in that movie, they had a brother. To my African-American friends, do not take this in a racial way, but this brother had some lips on him. Brother looked like a '58 Buick. Hey, Far, you ever been on a shrimp boat, Far? No, Bubba. I ain't never been on a shrimp boat, Bubba. In the middle of a war, he's discussing the ways to cook shrimp. Fried shrimp, cooked shrimp, garlic shrimp, shrimp etouffee. Somebody shoots him up. Why am I bleeding, Far? Because you're fighting a war, you're talking about food. Why couldn't there have been a Latino there? I needed something to audition for. I could have brought a certain spice to that movie. Imagine. Hey, Forrest. You ever been on a taco truck? Tacos carne asada, tacos de fajita, tacos de cabeza, tacos a la diabla. And life is not like a box of chocolates, Forrest. Life is more like a can of peños. You never know which one's gonna burn your ass. I'm Paul Rodriguez. Thank you. Thank you very much.
show you this stuff down here. Tell about some rats was running over y'all heads.
Gentlemen and gentlemen, a big house welcome from Mr. Paul Rodriguez. What's up, homies? Thanks a lot. I thought I'd dress up for your ass. That's right, man. This is the latest Calvin Klein prison wear. I guess they make the color so shitty so that even if you do get out of here, you don't be worried. You don't even be fixing the car with this shit. I look like a goddamn Caltran worker. A traffic cone. It's good to see you fellas, all of you in here. Look at you. Black, white, brown, vatos, and an Asian dude. What's happening, Holmes? What happened, eh? Usually you guys are on the other side. All right, give me the money, goddammit. Oh, no be fucking around here. You know be fucking me out over here, taking up my money. I admire the Asian people, man. They're so adaptable, right? They come to East Los Angeles in the neighborhood. Man, in less than a week, they're talking more Spanish than I am. Orale, vato. ¿Qué pasa? In the black neighborhoods, they be going, what's up, motherfucker? What's happening, motherfucker? Oh, yeah, you be chilling, You see everything in the prison, right? You see, I look at around, I see black, white, brown, Asian. You know who you never see? You never see like somebody from India, right? Somebody, because these people always behave, I guess. I don't know, man. It's the way they talk that it's hard for them to intimidate anybody. It's hard to picture somebody named Rashid sticking your ass up. Oh, pardon me. Oh, I really don't like to be doing this. I like to be having your wallet if I may. Please do not force me to fire the weapon up in the air. Scare the shit out of both of us, okay? I guess it's that dot and that turban that just don't make you scared, right? They'll be going, hey, Holmes, you know, you want my shit. You gotta scare me, man. You gotta put a bandana and go, órale, cabrón. Dumb it down, see? You know, I'm gonna give you a little news. I don't know how much news you guys get from the outside world, but shit, it's dangerous out there, man. Yeah, man, the Republicans are in office. Woo, and they think you're living fat. They think you got it too good in here. 3 squares. They don't even let you smoke now, do they? That's shit, ain't that? This is the last place they should be concerned about your health. No, we don't want you to get cancer. You know, you be out there trying to light up and shit. I understand they'll give you like, what, 30 days or something like that? What's up, homie? I've seen you before. Because I've been, you know, this is my 3rd time here. How many of you were here before? Damn, I don't know, there's a high turnover. Shit, 3 strikes, I'm in. Well, that's it. I'm gonna rip off and take my uniform off here. Shit, I'm keeping this sucker, man. What is this for anyways? Is this for like the new recruits? Yeah? All right, well, shit. What's up? And don't never mind those guys. Shit, you can holler at me. You can talk at me. What the fuck am I gonna do? I'm fresh meat here, right? What am I gonna say? Hey, shut up, pal. Don't fucking talk to me, man. I'm working. We're live on HBO. There it is.
Man, it's good to be here. I know that sounds stupid. I'm probably the only dude in the room that could say that. It's really great to be here, fellas. Having a bitchin' time. You know, let me tell you, man, America, they got two kinds of criminal system, man. You have your white-collar criminals, and you have your blue-collar criminals. And when I say white, I don't mean like your skin color. Because you know, the difference is, you guys hack with a knife and not with a computer. Because when you rob people with a computer, they send your ass to a federal prison. And it's plush there, man. It's nice. They got tennis courts, swimming pools, bocce ball, that kind of shit. They're there under the honor system. They don't even got fences. They got like a speed bump. Chewy did time here, man. My Uncle Chewy, everybody's got an uncle, right, that's kind of like, you know, the black sheep of the family, you know. I don't mean that racially either, you know, in my case, it's the brown sheep or whatever you want to call it, you know. My Uncle Chewy, man, you know, that's the dude that drinks. You guys can relate because you were probably the Uncle Chewy of your family. You know, my uncle came here, he used to tell us about San Quinten, man. He goes, yeah. He got him a tattoo. A lot of dudes get tattoos in here. My uncle got him like a big old Virgin of Guadalupe here, man. He was buff too, man. He'd be pressing. He had a Virgin of Guadalupe, man. When he would get out, we were little kids, right? And he'd make the Virgin dance, right? He'd be moving his pecs, the Virgin would be blinking her eyes. He'd be going like this, you know, all rippled out, man. That Virgin looked buff. Of course, now he's about 50, 60 years old. He's got a big old beer belly. Virgin looks pregnant. His tits are hanging over her face. She's got a beard. You know, I don't know how many of you gotten religion here, but I grew up, you know, I've never been to prison like, you know, for reals for a long stay, you know, like you vatos are professionals. But I was in Catholic school, man. In Catholic school, that's kind of like a prison. Any Catholics here? All right. Homeboy, you Catholic? Well, you ain't a good one, are you? Yeah, man, I kind of screwed up a couple of times. But that's cool, man. Because you know the thing about, my mom was always so religious, man. She was all, see, here's what I couldn't understand about God, man. My mom was a good woman, right? She'd be down praying all the time. She'd be thanking God. We want to thank you, God. We want to thank you for everything. And I would go, Ma, do you live in the same house we do? We ain't got nothing. What you thanking him for? Get down there and ask for some stuff. Maybe God is so busy, ask him. You know, she's out there, man. She's out there on her knees. Thank you, God. And I'm out there going, no, she don't mean it. We want stuff. We want things. Santa Claus don't even come to buy the goddamn house. We want something. And the thing about it is that Mexican mamas and black mamas, you know this. They'll whoop your ass wherever you mess up. Caucasian mamas, they reason with their kids. They go, now, Billy, come here. Come here, young man. Come here, son. Sit down, let's discuss it. Now, you know better than that. Give me the keys to that BMW. That's it, you're going straight up to your room. No Nintendo, young man. No such thing for us, huh? See, Mexican and black mamas, they be whooping your ass. My mama would be hitting me and talking to me in Spanish. Ya te dije que no estés haciendo eso. My mama had like a backhand jack. She was like Martina Navratilova. Turned my ass Japanese. Oh, they do. Man, black mamas do that too, don't they? Black mamas go, boy, I'll whoop you white. Boy, I'll slap you out. They don't threaten either, man. My My mom actually would hit us in church. Now that's gotta be some kind of sin, right? Because you know, when I was growing up Catholic, the priest didn't even speak a language that I understood, man. They would be speaking like in some kind of Latin language, you know? And I'm Latin, and I didn't understand what the hell he was saying. So I felt really stupid. He'd be out there going, Domino's, Nambisco, Safile. I thought he was talking about cookies or pizza. I go, yo, I have some. With jalapenos over here, Holmes. You know, I'd fall asleep. I didn't understand. I'd fall asleep. My mom would wake me up, man. She'd lift me by this hair right here. She'd lift me up. I'd wake up in pain. Ah! She goes, do you realize you keep falling asleep in church? You're going to go straight to hell. I said, shit, we live in Compton now. How bad is it going to be? My mom would actually, she'd be doing this. En el nombre del Padre, cállate. She'd become like a ninja Mexican woman. I'm the youngest of 12 brothers and sisters, man. 12, man. I think my father had so many children because back then they didn't have no remote control. I knew what channel he wanted on the TV by how many times he hit me on the head. Channel 2? Was that 4 or 5? Thank God he didn't have cable, man. I'd have been a special pendejo. My mom, though, was cool, man. She kept me out of the gangs. I wanted to join a gang. I hate to tell you, but I did, man. I wanted to join, but my mom would go to the meetings. That would just turn the fellas off, man. Go, yo, Rodriguez, man, what's up with your mom? What's she doing here? I said, hey, man, she don't let me go out unless she comes too. Tell her to get her ass home. I said, you tell her, man, she'll slap your ass too. Don't be messing around with no Latino women, man. Latino and black women, man, I'm telling you, if OJ would have been married to a woman named Lupe, we'd have been mourning his ass right now. Right? Right? A Mexican woman named Lupe or a black woman named Juanita. You don't be battering them. They'll whoop your ass. We'll be there crying, oh, OJ, he was so fast. Goddamn Juanita was a jet. Got his ass. That's all that this. You've been watching that trial, man? I'm telling you, man, sometimes I think he did it, sometimes I don't think he did it. But I know one thing that I've learned from that trial, man. He had the best friend in the world. AC, now that's a down friend, wasn't he? I'm telling you, man, I realize what bullshit, superficial friends I have when I watch AC do that. How many friends can you call? Hey, Holmes, I got 40 squad cars and 2 helicopters after my ass. Could you give me a lift? Hello? Hello? Fucker. AC, that's a friend. AC said, yo, man, I'm there. Now drive slowly. We don't want to get in more trouble. Stay between the lines. He was doing some driving too, man. You know, I realized I don't even have enough friends to form an MCI calling circle, man. I got a bunch of broke dick friends. I asked my friends to give me a ride to the airport there. That's too much for them. Much less hold somebody while I stab their ass. Now wait, that's too much. I don't know. You know, if OJ did do this, he didn't do this shit by himself. Hey, I'm Mexican. I know something about knives. It's a messy business. When you're out there cutting somebody, don't nobody stand around and wait for their turn. Am I right? You're out there doing somebody, I'll be with you in a minute. This ain't a goddamn bakery. This ain't a deli. Could you hurry up? But yeah, I'll be with you in a minute, motherfucker. Put the glasses down. This trial, man, is like a circus. It's like a big media event. And you know, I don't even think the cops are really looking for other people. You know who's got to be the happiest about this? In my opinion, Michael Jackson. Right? Took his ass right out of the front pages. Don't nobody even think about Michael no more. That's right. But he'd be a great suspect. After all, he only wore one glove. He got married and stuff. See, he got married to this woman. I ain't buying it, all right? Michael don't like pussy. When are you gonna get this through your head? He don't like it. He married this Lisa Marie. I saw that kiss on MTV. I don't know if you got cable. But that kiss was bullshit, Holmes. My grandma's giving me more tongue than that. My grandma be going, hey, mijo. Everybody's talking. Do you think they're gonna have children? Shit, not unless she dresses up like a goddamn Power Ranger. She ain't never gonna get them pregnant. And I don't need to tell you about lawyers, man, right? That's bullshit. OJ, man, these lawyers, he's got Shapiro, Cochran, Ullman, Bailey. You know they're just bleeding him dry for his cash. The minute he runs out of cash, man, bing, they're gone, man. He'll have to be calling Jacoby and Myers and shit. Hello? Yeah, this is OJ. Could you help me? Man, they're trying to raise some money. You know who would pay him a lot of money? I bet the California Citrus Commission will pay him any kind of money if he just changed his name to Snapple. Be like, Snapple Simpson. And that's another thing that you notice. Now, you know they do treat celebrities a little, they do get some special treatment, right? Like, you know, they called OJ and asked him, would it be all right to pick him up at around, 11-ish or so? Now, by a show of hands, how many of y'all got that call? Listen, we'll be right by. Will 12 be all right? Yeah, right. I'll be home, yeah. Yeah, I'll be home. I'll be under the goddamn house is where I'm gonna be. Looking about the whole country's worried about crimes and stuff. I look at it ethnically speaking, you know, right? Look at you, look, there's blacks and Hispanics here. I think that's the majority, right? Caucasians, you know, they don't screw up so much, but they do the kinky ones. They do the kinky fucking crimes, brothers, you do. You do that Jeffrey Dahmer, I'll eat your dick shit. That's right. A couple of brothers go, hey. I don't be eating no dick. Unless I have to. You know that? Man, Jeffrey Dahmer, man, this was a weird dude. I don't think Stephen King in his sick mind could have wrote this story. Right? Here's a white dude that lives in the ghetto. Right? He eats black dudes. Once in a while, he'll go out for some Chinese. See, Chicanos and blacks, we'll stick your ass up, take your wallet, move on. We don't take you home and eat your dick with rice-a-roni. What are you doing? I'm stir-frying some balls right now. Hairy motherfuckers, aren't they? Man, that's all it is. There's nothing but freaky shit going out there. I'm telling you, you are safer here. You are safe. I'm not kidding you, man. It's scary out there. The Congress, they got this dude named Newt. Newt. He is scary. First of all, that name fucks with me, Newt. How the fuck you get a name like Newt? When you're born, does the doctor say, is it a boy, is it a girl? No, it's a fucking Newt. He looks like Phil Donahue, but he thinks like Rush Limbaugh. This is scary shit, man. Because all these things that are happening, you know, and there's enough for everybody. Right now, the O.J. Simpson trial takes on. Before that, it was the Menendez brothers. Remember that? See, as a Hispanic, I didn't know what the fuck they're complaining about. Right? They're the only Latinos living in Beverly Hills. Fuck is their problem? They go off and they shoot their parents. I can't even conceive that, man. I love my mama and my daddy so much, I can't conceive that. These motherfuckers go and shoot their parents, right? My father found out that they shot their parents because they wanted to get that $13 million. My father said, fuck it. I ain't playing the lottery. Shit, I got 13 kids. Any one of them could snap. Check that out, man. They're living in Beverly Hills full time, man. I mean, I got an aunt that lives there on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but not full time. And then they go to court and they complain. They're saying, and this is sick shit, right? They're saying that their father was sexually molesting them. I mean, if my father would have moved our family to Beverly Hills, I'd have gave him the best piece of ass he ever had. And that's the truth, Holmes. I would have been going, come on, Pop! Come on! Get you some! I want to go to Stanford. I want a Rolex and a Corvette. Come on. Try harder, try! Oh, man. It's been one freaky trial after another, man. And before that, now here's what scares everybody, right? Before that, see, if you have a girlfriend, man, and Latino women are beautiful, but they're dangerous. You know, Lorena Bobbitt proved it, man. She'll chop your dick off. That's the first thing Latino fathers teach their kids. Mijo, always sleep on your stomach. You know, if she chops a piece of ass off, it's cool. It just grows back. That's Mexican liposuction. Don't you worry about it. She did, man. And you've seen this dude, man? This dude's been on, he became a star out of this. John Wayne Bobbitt, man, he's a fool, right? He's on every goddamn TV show. You know, I mean, if you had your dick chopped off, would you want people to know you that way? Hey, aren't you the guy that's got nothing but a pair of balls now? Man, I'd have had my dick chopped off. I would have been a silhouette on Geraldo. I'd have been walking around like this going, yeah, they sewed it back on, man. It was cool. Yeah. She did, man. And this dude, you know he was drunk or on something, man. Because when they chopped it off, this guy didn't even report it for 10 minutes. How'd you get your dick chopped off and you don't know? I mean, a woman just looks at my dick wrong, it hurts. She just grabbed it, she said, I've had it with you. And she takes it for a drive-by, Holmes. She does. She's cruising the neighborhood with a dick in her hand. She's talking to it. I told you. Don't look at me like that. She opens the window, throws it out. Thank God at least she told the cops more or less where it was, right?
I threw it over there in the corner, right next to a 7-Eleven.
I stop and think about the cops, man. The squad car that they sent out looking for this shit. Can you imagine?
Yeah, 1 item 12, please be out on the lookout for a severed penis.
See the cops and they're going, say what? Severed penis. Say, Bill, what the hell does that look like anyways?
Shit, I don't know. I have never seen one severed.
The cops are out there with their flashlights in this yard, man. Hey, Bill. Was it a black penis? Fuck no, we'd have found that one already. Bill, was it a Mexican penis? No, that one would have grown back already. You mean it was a white penis? Well, shit, let me get closer to the ground. Hey, Bill, come over here. I think I found it. No, never mind. It's a cigarette bud. Yeah, Holmes. Yeah, it's a Virginia Slim. Now, to my Caucasian friends, I know you're not laughing right now. I'm just bullshitting, all right? We won't talk about everybody. I see a couple of dudes over there go, yeah, motherfucker. Talking about my dick, I got something for you. I'm from Mississippi. It grows big in the bio. Cool, man. The trippy thing about it is that they sold this puppy back on, man. Trip on that shit, huh? Can you imagine this dude in the operating room? The doctor's there going, oh, all right, do you want it to hang that way? Or do you want it to hang this way, Holmes? Few people get a choice in life. Let me sew this puppy back on, man. That's what makes America great, man. This country, they could actually sew back on a penis. That's a great country, man. You get your dick cut off in Guatemala, you're a pair of balls and a decatheter. That's about it, man. For the rest of your life, you're test tube boy. I figured, man, I don't want my penis tampered with. But if it ever got cut off, here's a golden opportunity to have something better attached. Shit, I'd be calling the zoo. Yeah, let me have one of them goddamn zebra dicks. Let me have one of them pig dicks so I can just screw it in, bro. Bring a chick over to the house, open a bottle of wine with it. All right, there you go, baby. We're gonna party. Right now, what's on the news, man, is everybody's talking about sexual harassment. I know a lot of you don't know what the fuck that is. To you, it's normal. Please, don't hurt me. Sexual harassment, you know, first of all, single women gotta tell us, how do we know what's sexual harassment and what isn't, man? I mean, first of all, you know, how do you approach, you know? What's the difference between sexual harassment and just really stupid, inept flirting, you know? I'll tell you what it is, man. See, if the dude that's hitting on a woman is ugly, that's sexual harassment no matter what the fuck he says. An ugly dude can go, good morning, Doris, and the chick will go, get away from me. Do not be looking at my titties. They are not here for you. You know, an attractive man can say all kinds of shit. Hey, Sapnin, Ruka, sit on my face, let me guess your weight. And the girl will go, oh, Bill.
Oh, you're a pisser. Stop playing.
You know who got actually got sued for sexual harassment? This was hard for me to think of. I couldn't believe it, man. Bob Barker. You know who that dude is? You know, dude with the game shows? Somebody accused his ass of sexual harassment. What is he, 80 years old? And if you're 80, you're incapable of harassing anything. He don't need to be hiring no judge, no attorney, no nothing. He just needs to go to court, just drop his pants. To go, Your Honor, Exhibit A, if you will. Look at this. I haven't had an erection since Truth or Consequences. My dick couldn't be more dead if Dr. Kevorkian gave me head. What the is she talking about? I told her to come on down. She misunderstood. Yep. You know what's gonna happen in a couple of weeks, man? Mike Tyson is coming out. See, man, let me tell you, I know Mike. And Mike, if you're watching us right now, trust me, I'm smart enough not to say shit about you. Now, I'm not saying it was right. I'm not here to judge you or him or anything. But that girl that accused him of that, there's gotta be something wrong, man. She went up to his hotel room at 3 o'clock in the morning. What's up? 3. You know, man, if you're in my hotel room at 3 o'clock in the morning, you ain't there to be hooked on phonics, man. We gonna be doing something. Mike's coming out, man. I pity the first person that he fights, right? Now, I think George Foreman is a great inspiration. But George, if you're watching right now, stay away from Mike. Go eat yourself some big fat Burger King burger or something. You don't want no part of this dude, man. Because you know Mike is bad, man. He don't even talk like how he punches, right?
I'll be knocking a motherfucker out. I'll be just pushing his nose to his head.
Mike's bad. And I hope you're not angry, Mike. 'Cause I know you're watching right now. Furthermore, man, I'd hate to be the first woman he's with. He'll come and shoot that bitch to the roof or something. Oh! There she goes! That's it, man. So I know that's what you guys have in mind. I know. That's why I appreciate you all coming out here tonight. Because you know it was either coming here or staying in your cells and masturbating like a wildcat. Because I know. Because, you know, there's so many diseases out there, man. That's the safest thing you can do now. I'm not ashamed to tell you and whoever's watching, I'm not even in prison, and, well, I masturbate like a lifer. Oh, man. It's good to you, too, man. Because you know, you don't have to tell your hand how you like it. Just put it on automatic. Yeah, oh. Woo! I'll be talking Spanish when I'm coming. Ay, papacito, ay! Woo, pinche pendejo, cabrón. Ay, dame. There are, man. Shit, it's even hard for so many diseases out there, man. You know, you don't even want nobody else to touch it. No, it's all right. No, it's all right, honey. Just undress over there. I'll do it myself. Just talk shit to me. So I only get one phone call a month. Ever seen those commercials? I bet these commercials are really popular in prison. Hi. Do you want to talk to girls like us? No, I don't. I want to talk to a big fat ruca named Lupe. That's who I want to talk to. That's it, man. I don't like no skinny girls, man. Skinny girls is dangerous, you know. You might break them. I like big, healthy Lupe. Kind of woman that I find attractive is the kind of woman that can change a tire while I'm inside the car and it's raining. It's all right, papito. I'll take care of it. Just stay in there. Don't get wet for me. All right, Lupe, get out there and get wet for me. Because when I be driving, I got nothing but old cars, man. I got me a 1955 Chevy, man. That's what I drive. No little Japanese pussy cars for me, no. But nothing personal, homeboy, seriously. Nothing I'm sure they're really good cars, but I just prefer a big American car, Jack. Because you be driving, right? You be having your old lady, if she's fine, just sit around up next to you, man. be working something around here. They always go, stop it my ass. I done took you to McDonald's, spent $5 on your ass. What are you talking about? Shit. Be driving, man. Be listening to some Marvin Gaye. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, what's going on? She's good looking, she's on you, man. You got plenty of room. If she's ugly, man, you go, get the fuck over there. Get over there. Anybody tells you what we're doing, this is a carpool. Big old cars, man. That's what it's all about. I just can't, you just can't be cool cruising in a Hyundai. Shit, ask Rodney King. See, I knew the cops were lying when it came to Rodney, man. They lied. They said Rodney was doing 115 miles an hour in a Hyundai. Shit, even the manufacturer of the car said, no shit. Our cars go that fast? God damn. You couldn't make a Hyundai go 150 miles an hour if you dropped it from a helicopter. Piece of shit cars. And they're too small, man. You know how it was, man. You like, your first, like, petting and stuff was in a car, man. You be touching and grabbing. You can do things in an American car. You can't do nothing in a Hyundai, man. You're driving around. Your radio is right here. You're shifting right here, Even if you're 5'2", you look like Kareem Jabbar up there. Your legs are up here. You stick your hand out, you punch somebody over there. Oh, shit. Your hands are dragging. You try to make love. Anybody try to make love in one of these Japanese cars? Not even you?
Oh, I tried it one time. It was no good.
You be in there trying to make love to your old lady in the car, man. She's going, hey, papi. Oh, Paul. And you're outside. You're outside tapping on the window. Honey, baby, hey, you're gonna fuck up my clutch. That's not me, that's my transmission. Daddy, I just turned 40, man. Last month. 40! I turned 40 last month. Being from Compton, where I grew up, I never thought I'd get to be 40, man. Shit, there's a lot of violence and shit going on. I was just happy to be tomorrow. But 40 is not bad, man. Anybody, how many of y'all 40? Yeah? Some of y'all don't want to say it. You don't want people to know you're getting old and weak in here, huh?
Shit, think about that one, huh?
I'm 40. Fuck no, I ain't 40. I'm doing 40 years is what I'm doing. No, I ain't 40. You look familiar. I saw you last time I was here, huh? How you doing, boss man? Everything pretty good? Good. I remember you, man. Because you look like my woodshop teacher. You don't even belong here, man. I'm going to talk to the warden. You don't belong here. You look like a school principal, somebody who should be saying,
Now, Paul, if you work on your test really hard, there's a nice future for you.
yeah, you could be telling me all those lies. The worst thing about being 40, right, is I had to go get that physical, right? You know that physical that you probably get here or got here? You know, that really intimate physical? I went to see my doctor, man. He's been my doctor for like 12 years, right? He tells me, he goes, well, Paul, you're 40 now. You're going to have to get your colon clean. I said, what the fuck you talking about? I'm wiping? I really wipe. I ain't no pig. I'm the kind that wipes and looks. I wipe, I look, and I keep looking until there's no more autograph there. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So check this out. He tells me that the reason why is because I could get cancer of the butt, and I go, I smoke, but not through my ass. What do you think? I walk around and go, you got a light, pal? Fire me up. Check this out. He tells me that, check this out, guys, that blacks and Hispanics are more susceptible to colon cancer. And I say to myself, man, what was God thinking? You know, what was God saying? God was going, all right, you're gonna have the low-paying jobs, you're gonna live in substandard housing, and I'm gonna put cancer in your ass. Just to sweeten the deal. Just in case you don't suffer enough, here's a little something for your ass. Thank you, God. How lucky can we get? So I go down there and I say, well, man, if you gotta clean it, man, I drop it off and I go for it. And he says, well, I can't do it. You have to go see like a professional. Like a professional. I said, what are you talking about? There's somebody that just deals with ass? He goes, yeah, you gotta go see a proctologist. And I say to myself, man, if you're smart enough to get into medical school, how the hell you get stuck with that part of the body? It couldn't have been a choice. You know, you couldn't have been, they looked at your SAT scores, I think, man. They didn't pick the brightest dude for that, right? They go, well, you're not gonna be a ear, nose, and throat. You're not gonna be a neurosurgeon or a dermatologist. You're gonna be an assologist. You're gonna be working with assholes your whole medical career. Well, thanks a lot, man. So I go in there, and I don't know if you've ever been there, right? I don't know how far they go here, but I went in there, man, and they got this weird chair, like an OBGYN chair, but it's like a barber's chair and shit. Doctor tells me to take my pants off. I hook up like this. I don't get turned on, all right, fellas? Don't get no ideas. This is the wrong place to do this routine, huh? You're popping a Woody now, fucker. Move on. So I'm like this, man. I climb up there. My ass is about this high. It's like a barber's chair. My homeboy's going. My ass is climbing. He's up there. He puts on a glove. Now, usually, man, anytime I walk out on the street, somebody recognizes me. I go, all right, I must be doing something right. You don't want to be recognized in a proctologist's office, man. Dude puts on this glove, right? He puts a finger in my ass. And he picks this time to make conversation with me. Right? He's got his finger in my ass going, hey, you're pretty funny. I'm going, shit, I hope you're not funny. Hurry up. Ain't that right? When somebody's got a finger up your ass, there's damn little to talk about. The fuck you mean great Go 49ers or none of that shit? Put your finger right on my ass, I'll write you a check and I'll go home. Puts his finger in my ass, he's looking around, I don't know what he's looking for, I feel I have to help him. I said, man, if you find anything in there, it was there when I got here. He finally takes it out, I go, man, all right, I'm fixing to climb down, and he goes, not yet, buckaroo. What kind of horseshit talk is that, man? I'm Chicano, what is this, buckaroo? What are you, howdy doody? John Wayne has got a finger up my ass? Climb up there, he goes, I gotta do one more thing. He goes over here to his cabinet, right? He picks this thing out that looks like the club for your car. I'm sure you guys have seen plenty of these fuckers. They ain't stopped you. You know, yeah, what? When you're stealing a car, what does that delay you, 10 seconds?
Oh, shit, another 10 seconds, fuck it.
Some idiot on TV going, use the club, your car will never be stolen. Fuck, they just might steal it. Just because you're pissing the criminal off. I wasn't gonna steal it, but you had to put on a club. Fuck you, I'm taking the car. So, he takes this thing out, man. It's about the size of this mic stand, man. I'm not bullshitting. He becomes like a matador. It's about to put it at the door of where I live. He puts it there, man, and it's cold. You know, my butt just shrinks, like a snail when you put salt in it. I go, the hell is going on, man? Shit, for the money I'm paying you, warm it up. Put it in the microwave, stick it under your arm, blow on it, fucking do something. Don't just shove it up my ass.
He goes, sorry,
Just doing my job. Puts it in there, man. He used to rush it in there. I said, hey, man. And this is something that I've heard from women I've been with in the past. Moisten me up. Get me wet. Lubricate me. Don't just rush in there. Work it in there. Spit in it. Do something. This dumb fuck, you know what he tells me? He goes, you might feel a little pressure. Pressure? Shit, I'm tasting the tacos I had this afternoon. Might feel a little pressure. So there I am, huh? Hate to tell you. And here he is, man. He begins to work it in there. Work it in there. There's like a rail there with a lot of teeth marks. Now I know why, man. I'm biting for all I know. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck, what am I, in San Quentin? Then the worst thing happens, man. About a foot into my butt. The worst thing happens, man. There's a foot into my butt. It begins to feel good. Something up my ass and I'm going, damn, I've been living a lie. All my life I've been gay and just now I find out. Now I'm not mad, now I'm telling her, get it. Work it. Talk to me. I'm talking shit to him, I'm going, yeah. Come on, I'll write you a check. Before you know it, it was over, Holmes. He put, homeboy's going, you'll like my cell. He said, you'll like my cell, Holmes. It's just a medical thing, man. Let's not get excited. Anyways, he starts to pull it out, right? And he's yanking it out. And I'm going, not so quickly, Holmes. Should work it out. Him and the nurse are going like this. They're dragging my ass across the floor. Hey. He says, relax. If I relax, I'm gonna shit all over you. My ass became like Chinese handcuffs, Holmes. The more you pull, the tighter it got. Finally, it's out, man. It's out, and I'll tell you, I'm glad it was over, man, turning 40. But I made an appointment for next week. I'm gonna keep going until my Blue Cross runs out. I know some of you are out there going, that was kind of serious, but I'm just bullshitting you about living a lie, Holmes, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to give you something to dream on. All right, fellas, so what I'd like to do now is get down and talk to some of you. I hope, if you don't want to be seen on camera, just wave me off. But I guess you guys have been seen on camera enough. So, you know what this one. What's up? Bad boys, what you gonna do? That's like the favorite show, man. I watch Cops, man, shit. That's the only show you see Mexicans and blacks in any significant numbers. Once in a while, you'll see a Caucasian person who had a little too much to drink. But for the most part, man, it's like, vatos, chicanos, órale, Hans! I'm on TV. Órale, I'd like to say hi to all the vatos. Simón, I'm on Cops, ese. When is this gonna be on? You know, what's happening? Let me walk on over here. ¿Qué pasa, man? How you doing? Pretty good? Happy? Good. What's happening? Sorry about the Caucasian jokes, man. I'm just bullshitting, right? No harm, no foul, because you look like you can whoop my ass in no time. ¿Qué pasó? What's up, brother? How you doing? What do we got over here? can't you act like normal human beings, damn it? What's happening? ¿Cómo te llamas? What?
Shy girl.
Shy girl? Shy girl, you look so shy. Híjola, how did you get that name?
I'm shy.
No, you ain't shy. Not if you dress like that, you ain't shy. Don't be lying to me. You are not shy. Well, mija, me, I don't know what to call you. What do I call you? Just shy girl? Really? Looks like the state has made a mistake, ladies and gentlemen. The state has brought this young lady to the wrong institution. Well, don't te agüites, shy girl, you know? Because, you know, hey, I'm proud of you. You're a good human being, shy girl. I'm gonna give you my address when you get out, shy. Let me tell you something. You look like you could change a tire. I know that. Yes, you can. Am I right? And you don't want to talk, right? I guess now you're really shy. See, she's talking and you're beyond shy. You're like, I want to stick my head down my neck. Well, stay that way. What's up, homeboy? How are you? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Frank.
Hey, Frankie, what's up, man? How are you? What's up, man? How you doing? Okay. You guys are some scary motherfuckers. Some of y'all, I don't know if they shake hands or not. Some of y'all going, what's up, homeboy? How are you? What's up? You looking sharp, Holmes. You like a Smurf and shit with this stuff, you know? Yeah, huh? ¿Qué pasa? Órale, veterano, ¿de dónde eres?
The Tulare County.
Tulare? All right, man. Tulare. I pick grapes there, Holmes. What's up, homie? How you doing? Good, man. You got that Elvis shit happening. All right, Holmes. You know, prison ain't no place where you want to be attractive. I'll just tell you that right now. Hey, anyways, I want to thank all of you, man. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to let you know not to lose hope, that when everything gets together, to come back and join us back in society. Remember, man, regardless of whatever, even if government and all these idiots that are saying this, I'm not here to apologize for what you did. You know what you did. You know how to fly right. But in this place, ain't no place to waste a lifetime, all right? So I want you guys to get it together. You know, a lot of you got families, you got kids out there. They need you, man. Do me a favor. When you get out, go to your nearest junior high school and talk to these kids who thinking that gangbanging and being in here is bad. I want you to go in there and tell these little guys, you little motherfuckers want to eat cafeteria food the rest of your life? Huh? Except now you don't got a woman named Dorothy fixing the macaroni for your ass. You got a dude named Ramon and Tyrone who go like this. Yeah, you want some more cheese? You have to tell them kids to straighten out. Look, man, we're all entitled to make mistakes. We're all entitled to do this. Things happen. Whatever happened in your life, do me a favor, Holmes. Don't give up. I decided to come here to San Quinten to spend an hour. You've been more than gracious to me. Yeah, homeboy, come on up here. I'll sign it for you, yeah. You've been more than gracious. And all I can tell you is that we got 30 seconds to go. This has been HBO's live first comedy show because comedy, it's an HBO thing. I want everybody to say that for me. Comedy, it's an HBO thing. You guys are wondering, what's your name?
Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse. All right, to Mouse, live large, get out, and fly straight. Hear me, Mouse? God bless each and every one of you. Be well, be sharp, black, white, and brown. All right, man. And you too, homeboy. All right, God bless the Asian brothers too. Keep it straight, keep it on the short and narrow, and I'll see you outside. I'll buy you a beer. How's that? All right? Good night. Thank you.
kills, there is no doubt. Hate can kill you from the inside out. Hate can kill you from the outside in. Release the hate and let love in. Hate kills, there is no doubt. Hate can kill you from the inside out. Hate can kill you from the outside in. Release the hate and let love in. Hey, hey, hey.
Gentlemen, remain seated. We will release H unit first. Officer Wells will begin the releasing. Remain seated. We'll start with the first row on my right. Everyone remain seated.
Each other every day. Hate kills, there is no doubt. Hate can kill you from the inside out. Hate can kill you from the outside in. Release the hate.
Hey there, honey, but don't you know, it's me that loves you so. I've been locked up in jail behind these prison walls.
You miss it out there, right? Yeah? Well, they don't miss you.
Can't you see, life's kinda crazy. Hey there, honey, don't you know, I'm a jailbird, but I love you so.
Time flies, except when you're doing time. What's up? What's up? I've spent a couple of days here with you. You've taught me more. You've taught me more than I thought I'd ever know, man. From seeing the new people come in, what a trip, right? These dudes look like traffic cones. They're dressed up. They're dressed up. They look like pumpkins, carrots. You can tell the vatos that been here before, you know, they know the deal, right? Just in the way they walk and how they look, you know they've been here before, right? It's like going to work, you know, for these vatos, you know, it's another day at the office. Right? Right? So, and then the new vatos, the new dudes, right? Who were bad in their own neighborhood. All of a sudden, their eyes, man, they got Betty Davis eyes. Their eyes get big. They're always turning around for no apparent reason. Hey, who's back there? Right? And some of you vatos that have been here for a while, you mess with them, man. You get it. This is your form of entertainment. You mess with them, man. I was watching you. There's a brother went out there went, what you looking at? I'm sorry, was I looking? I was just looking for a place where I could look. What, you saying I'm not important enough for you to look at me? Is that what I said? I didn't say that, man. What, are you calling me a liar? No. Look, man, forget the verbal abuse and get on with the ass whipping, all right? I got one coming. It was a trip, man, walking around the yard, the boundaries, right? The Chicanos take it even a step further. It's not enough we segregate ourselves from everybody else. We segregate ourselves from ourselves. We go, Chale, let's see, I'm from the 13th parallel, I'm on this side. You got an accent, you are over there, eh? And then, you know, you get the image of white boys that are like, you know, that you can get over on them because you're Chicano and you're black, right? Yeah, man, scare this white boy. Then you meet some nuclear white boys in here. You meet some white boys here that have hung out with too many blacks and Mexicans here. You know? You walk in here, man, you meet dudes with like swastikas. You know, I slept with your mama tattoos. Who actually have a strap. There's something you don't see on the outside, right? Usually when you see Caucasians, they're so busy making money off of you, they haven't time to develop a decent walk. They're like, they even learn Spanish just to tell us what to do at work.
Okay, bueno, Pedro, mira, ándale pronto.
Right? But in here, you meet white boys that actually walk. If it weren't for the color of the skin, they're white Mexicans and white black guys. They do, they start walking like that. You know, it's like, you know, I have to go, damn. He looks like John Boy Walton. But he walks like MC Hammer. I haven't seen this much black and blue since the Rodney King beating. They did it too, huh? I'm glad they caught it on tape. Because middle America, suburbia, they don't believe the cops behave like that. They go, come on, those people. You know why? Because they grew up learning everything there is to know about the cops from watching shows like 1 Adam 12. Right? Right? See, the problem with television, you develop all these images, right? You look at TV and you think, you confuse television with real life. And it ain't like that. Because not all white people are like the dudes in Gilligan's Island. Right? Here's a show I never understood. 7 white people stranded in an island. They can't get off. Now the professor, this dude can make a radio out of a coconut, but he can't get their ass off the island. Right? And what's the problem with Gilligan? Ginger, fine as she is, she's chasing them all over the island. Come here, Gilligan. I've got something for you. And you know Gilligan's going, no, I'd rather be with the skipper. No thanks. Marianne is out there going, no, I think I'm gonna talk to the professor. See, I'm telling you, man, all these things, all these images, they don't work. Because reality is even stranger than that, man. When you think about it, man, in a way, this place is an island. And there's some Mariannes in here, too. And everybody's got a story. I've gotten a chance to talk to a lot of you. Some of you stretch out the truth. I never knew there were so many innocent people in prison. This brother actually came up to me, goes, nah, see, it's the man, see, it's the man. That's who did it to me, brother, it was the man. I was framed, set up. Lady point me out in the lineup. That wasn't even fair, man. I was there with 4 other Chinese people. She went like this, but she went, the dark one. Must be telling your story. Last time I came here about a year ago, I must be crazy, man. I was here a year ago. I couldn't wait to come back. Seriously, man. I couldn't wait to come back. See now? See, I knew I had some fans. I just didn't know you guys were like tied up. And it's a trip, man, walking around the yard. I met a family member here. My family, man. My own primo. Sure, you know, Chicanos, we call each other cuz all the time. Hey, cuz, what's up, cuz? Hey, cuz. So this vato comes up to me and goes, hey, cuz. I go, hey, cuz. He goes, no. Don't give me that. Don't brush me off, I say. I know your Aunt Lupe. Right? Wait, Lupe what? Lupe Pantoja. I went, I'm Mario Holmes, Little Mario? He goes, no, man, big Mario. So what you doing here? He goes, you know, I went to go get a carton of milk. I said, come on, you here for a carton of milk? Yeah, the store was closed. I said, oh, I see. I was out there talking to you, some of your brothers out in the yard, picking up steel all day long. Some of you guys probably came in here, not physically developed. Some dude out there is paying like $300 or $400 to belong to a Nautilus club. You guys got it here free. You know, it's strange that even in this place, it's very segregated. You have, that was the Mexican corner. I'm heading towards the black area. Over there to the other far side, we have the white area, the Aryan Brotherhood. It's a very serious place in here. I'm gonna try to have an opportunity to talk to some of these brothers here, and I don't mind telling you that I'm apprehensive, which is a very fancy word for scared.
They call me Double R, you know, and basically I'm up here behind drugs, you know what that is, possession of drugs.
What is the difference between a convict and an inmate?
Okay, well, an inmate is when, like, somebody just, like, maybe a first-termer, probably got 16 to 2 years. They come in here, thinks everything is a joke. They still got that kid mentality. They know they no respect. You know, they talk bad to a guy, you know what I'm saying, and thinking that they can't get whooped or they won't get stuck or they, you know, won't come up missing in action. And a convict is somebody that been doing time like 10, 15, 20 years, and they know it ain't no joke.
My name's Lars Nielsen. I'm doing a parole violation here on 12 months. My charges were originally kidnapping, assault with a deadly weapon.
It's getting old. It ain't nothing like it used to be. You know, back in the days, you could do your time. You know, it was convicts. You know, but now it's a lot of inmates, you know. There's a lot of youngsters, you know, younger than me. You know, I'm 34, but it's people younger than me that think it's a game.
My name is Nelson J. Castro. I'm a C89 725. I'm here for robbery, assault with a deadly weapon, burglary first, you know. I got sentenced for 4 years in prison. I already done about almost 4. And I got out in 89, done a 6-month violation. Here go again with another year of violation, you know. I got a little, you know, there to say to the people out there, to the youngsters, you know, think about it twice, you know. Don't end up like me, you know. Think about it twice before you do something stupid.
Life ain't guaranteed, man. You get out there, anything can happen, man. You know, because I would never say, there's one thing I said, man, since I've been doing time, man, I never said that I'm not coming back. You know, because if you say that, you lying, man.
My name is Jake Trujillo. I'm in here for an assault and burglary. Basically, I've been in here 8 months. I've got another 9 months to do here.
Look at you, man. You are young. You're chavalillo, Holmes. What are you doing here?
Just doing time, man. Time.
¿Qué pasó? What are you in here for?
For an assault. Assault with a deadly weapon.
¿Cómo pasó? Did you start hanging out with the pandillas from really young?
Yeah. Just, you know, kicking back with the homeboys got me in here, you know.
My name's Paul Navi. I'm here for 6 years. With my halftime, I should be here 3, hopefully, if I have no problems. Missed outside. I have a lot of friends and family. I'm from the area here, and I'm looking forward to getting out. I've been incarcerated for drug-related offenses, for drug sales, and I'm hoping I can get out in the minimum 3 years and get back with my family and friends as soon as possible.
Does this place make you bad, or are you bad because you're in here?
I guess I'm back because I'm in here, man.
Who you blame for being in here?
Myself.
Not society, not because you're black, not because the world is run by white?
No, it ain't got nothing to do with it. The world could be run by Mexicans, it wouldn't make no difference. I mean, if I'm into crime, that's what I'm into, crime. If I'm into living a peaceful life, that's what I'm gonna live.
You didn't have a choice?
Nah, I had a choice. I just, you know, like to kicking back, you know, hang around with my homeboys, you know.
You got a choice in everything you do. We had a choice to come here or not, but we chose the life we was doing, and it got us here.
I see a cross, Holmes. You found Jesus here?
No, but I do go to church.
Do you go to church?
Yeah.
You got a cross. This is ironic. You got a cross and a scar on your neck, man. You know? Look at that. ¿Qué te pasó?
Got stuck in the neck on the calles.
How'd you get started?
By watching television.
TV did it to you?
That's right. That's right.
How's that?
Because you see all the glamour and all the fame, you see all these people that has money and buying cars and buying this. You want to be part of that world too, but maybe you might not have went to school to become educated and to do this, or you do it another way.
My name's Greg. I've been down 4 times.
Gary Sanford, first offense.
How old were you the first time?
19 years old.
And how old are you?
19.
Did you play any ball?
Oh yeah, I went to Weber State in '84.
Yeah?
Yeah, I chipped my left knee, and I came back home and started selling drugs, and here I am.
Why?
Just that downfall.
All over this place, the main problem is drugs.
Drugs does it. Drugs, yeah, you know, if you're doing drugs, it creates all kinds of different crimes, you know, to get the drugs, whether it be the sale of the drugs or the money to get the drugs, whatever.
Are you in here for drugs?
Burglaries for drugs.
Burglaries for drugs, really?
See, there it is.
Are you hopeless?
No, I'm not hopeless. I have a lot of hope. In myself, maybe not in you, but in myself I do.
I said, mira, bonita, tú que aprendes español. Te quiero mucho, baby, dame un beso. Tú quieres ya salir conmigo mañana? Come en habichuelas, drinking Tropicana. Oíste, que aprende, capricha, understand? You be my girl and I will be your man, and girl, together you and I will make it complete. And what she said, it kind of gave the rapper cold feet. She said, adios mío, te quiero mucho. Mi madre and mi padre will like you, and mi hermano will like you too. And for the things that you done and the things you're gonna do, I said, forget it. You know why? I'm not with it. Show me the closest street and I'll hit it. I shacked, packed, left cold-blooded, left her standing in the floor with her eyeballs flooded with water. Because Mr. Sanchez's daughter was a butcher and she thought I was the one to be slaughtered. Nope, I got busy on mine. You know what I did? I left the scene of the crime. So if you happen to be walking down the street and bump into Pam and she says, where is T? Tell her I said to get with the program.
What do these bars rob you of?
It robbed me of my dignity, of my pride, robbed me of my privacy, of my freedom. It robbed me of anything that a man can enjoy in life. All things, your family, your mother, your wife, your kids, your job, your whole standard of living.
Oye, you've been in some of the toughest pens that California has to offer. There's a lot of young vatos up there who, whether you know it or not, look up to you, man, in a weird kind of way. You're like their anti-hero, man. you're the Superman that Mexicans don't have. What's it all about, man? Is it really what it's cracked up to be?
Prison ain't no place for nobody to start off at. This is where everybody ends up when they end up being a loser in life. If you're young, you're Chicano, whatever race you are, Indian, get out there and do it right, man. This ain't no place to be. This ain't no joke. The ball game starts right here. It's a really tough ball game. Only the strong survive. Gotta be down for yours. It's no fun in here. You hear a lot of stories of activities that take place here in prison. It's all true.
I call this a cell. You call this a what?
This is my house. This is my home. This is my house. That's my bathroom behind me. That's my sink. My bed turns into a sofa bed. It's a couch and a sofa bed. I sleep and do everything else in here. Write my letters, handle my business, do my program.
And that's your own personal bodyguard over there?
That's my mom and dad, the guy right there with the HK 9mm right there. That's my mom and dad.
That's your babysitter?
That's my babysitter.
You know, there's a lot of people out there watching who go, so what? You know, he made his bed, lie in it. There's no pity, there's no sorry. The thing that really, really hurts for me to see you like this is that it's such an immense waste. You, Vato, you got a brain, you're smart, you could have helped our people, man. Well, maybe it's too late for you, Holmes, but it's a lot of young Vatos out there who maybe they'll listen this time. Maybe you can change their lives. Here's your chance, man, to pay back a little bit to society. Look into that camera, man, and tell us, I don't know, man, tell us.
For all you people out there, man, all you youngsters, man, that are out there riding, hanging tough, playing the gangbang role, whatever you may be doing out there, man, don't end up like me, man. Don't end up in prison, man, because this is where it all ends. And you don't got no guarantees of coming out of this place. You don't got no guarantees that nobody's gonna rape you, or nobody's gonna deprive you, or nobody's gonna kill your dignity. You come in here, you're gonna get stepped on. Happens to everybody.
You jack somebody up?
I jack them in a minute. But tell any of you youngsters out there, man, my best advice to you is get educated, man. Get a job. Do something for yourself, homie. Get out there and do it for yourself. You want a good future, you want a nice woman, you want a family, you want your mother and father to look up at you, do it right. Don't end up in here. Because the only contact you got with your gente is with a pencil and paper, man.
Pancho, thanks, man.
No problem, Paul.
Thanks, man.
All right, brother.
Now, let me ask you, tell me about the first time you got into trouble, sir.
Mm-hmm. Well, the first time
what
I
year?
got 1963.
1963.
1963.
How many of you wasn't even born in 63?
I was just got born.
You understand? Are these youngsters too proud to get it to ask for your opinion? And what is your opinion?
No, I talk to a lot of them around here. You know, a lot of them want to find out. You know, they want to know. They're eager to know. But I find out in talking with the younger people, it's a certain way you have to talk to them, or else you break down your line of communication.
How old are you?
I'm 52.
How much of your life have you spent in prison?
About 25, 30 years of my life.
That's almost half of your life. Yeah. You're doing life on the installment plan too, then, ain't you?
That's right.
You're one of these time release criminals.
Old.
Old. Does it get harder the older you get?
Yes, it does.
Do you have a family?
Yes, I do.
This is a stupid question, but not for me, but for them. You miss them?
Miss them very much. I even have a brand new granddaughter, just born.
You a grandpa?
I have 12 grandkids.
12 grandkids.
2.
Keep it clean, keep it clean. They got no kind of sense now.
I want to say something to the kids about an education.
All right. You got the floor?
Yeah, well, thank you. Okay, the main thing, I want to say this to the kids, get an education. Okay, it's hard when you're trying to get it, but it's easy when you got it.
You got it.
Yeah, that's peace.
Hey, guys,
Why
Guys.
you running off now, huh?
Guys, let me tell you.
Make me mad.
Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all
Why did
something.
it make you mad? Because I'm in here and I had a chance to get an education. I didn't go and get it.
So one of the things that I'll ask you here is in the mentality of the gang, you have black on black crime is more common than any other. In other words, you are more likely to be hurt and be killed by another black man than you are by anybody else. Why is the other black man your enemy so much?
Money. Because let me tell you something. Black people have a thing about competing against each other.
Why?
It's just something.
Territorial money. Territorial. As far as the gangs are concerned, it's territorial.
But you fight yourselves.
They know it. We know it.
But that wouldn't.
It doesn't make sense with me neither. But that's the way of life in the city.
But that wasn't what King died for. That wasn't what Dr. King. That wasn't part of the dream, killing your brother.
How true? How true? A lot of us is not going for the dream. We're going for our own dream.
Going for the money, huh?
We're money hungry.
Really?
That's why we're in here now today.
Dr. King didn't mean nothing to you.
Nothing.
How is it different? These youngsters, they angry because there ain't no opportunities for them. There ain't no money. America don't want them. They never really did. Now, you grew up in a different thing. Do you see that anger in them? How did you manifest it? Are you here for drugs too?
Indirectly, yeah.
How is that, if I may pry?
Well, the offense that I had was drug related. In other words, I was stealing to take care of my happiness.
I see. I see.
And in relation to the question that you was asking me about these youngsters, well, it's a lot of hate in the youngsters today.
Yeah,
and I
see
can understand it, because they don't have any positive role models. It seems like every role model that comes about, he's eliminated. A lot of youngsters here are often to reading black literature.
Black literature, that Malcolm X.
Malcolm X, and this is one of the only images they can kind of relate to.
Yeah.
Because what occurred in Malcolm's life is occurring in their life now.
I'm aware, but Malcolm X was killed by another black man.
Right.
That's right.
But that was not the
played the
powers.
black man or the
That was
killing
not
though?
the powers that was behind it.
Okay, who played him?
You know what I'm saying?
Kill him though?
Any black man that's got power, like they got Farrakhan and Jesse Jackson right now.
Right.
And they trying to get rid of them. They gonna do it some way, somehow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They had my boy Jesse stand up and denounce Farrakhan.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Why?
It's
That's what I'm asking
politics.
you.
Because they don't want the brothers to get ahead. That's all it is.
It's politics. It's politics in all of ours. We're fighting to beat each other. So it's always going to be, it's politics with us too, far as the gang thing. I'm from up north. Y'all from up north, and I'm from down south. I conversate with y'all.
But you ain't banging each other. You seem to be living well.
I got rules in here.
I say this much.
All right. Here's the question.
I say this much.
Here's the question. You rolling 60s.
Right.
You crip.
Right.
All right? Now, you get along with my man here. You get along with my man here. Let's say you out tomorrow and he's in your neighborhood. You gonna jack him?
He ain't gonna want, truthfully.
If
If he has somebody want, yeah.
Really?
If he has somebody want it right down, he would jack ass high.
Where did you lose your heart, Holmes?
Heart is not in here.
Not this pen.
You can't have. We're in San
romper
Quentin.
room, man. It's like Disneyland.
Have you ever heard that? Have you ever heard that saying? Only the strong survive.
Yeah, but does it make you stronger to jack your own blood, your own man, your own skin?
Like they say, we're in it to win it.
How many of you here have found religion while in the pen?
People turn to religion, man, because they've been out there struggling so long and robbing people so long, you know what I'm saying? That they're in and out, right? So they get tired and they turn to something, man, you know what I mean? Because because they can't do it on their own, man.
Yeah.
So they go to God and they ask God for help, you know what I'm saying? And some people will come here and leave and stick with it. Some don't. Like when we said they go to dope, right?
Yeah. Tell me about that Bible-toting people who punch up.
A couple of years ago, right, I was in East Block, and I was with a friend of mine. And he used to come back to the cell at night. He was involved in a choir down there. Now, I won't mention her name.
Yeah.
And he used to come back preaching to me all the time about religion. I've seen it so many times in so many years in the pen. And then I see him on the street, and they're shooting dope again. I'm religious myself, but I don't preach it.
I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier in the army.
Yeah.
I'm a soldier.
That's right.
In the army of the Lord. In the army.
Are you all
giving your heart to Jesus because the state owns your ass?
No way. That's a pretty important question. It's a good question.
Okay.
Because a lot of people here in prison will try to hide from the yard or something like that by coming into the church.
Right.
You know, because maybe they're a little afraid of being out there.
Right.
But I made an active choice, and I think I believe in my heart that all these brothers made a choice as to what they wanted to do. And we here because we want to be here.
Yeah.
Not because the state has us, but Christ comes into everyone's life at a certain time. And it's when you get as serious as we are, you know it's your time.
I think people that use it as a crutch. You know, I mean, preaching it to other people.
I feel personally that there's no man in this whole world that's completely religious. No, complete man without some type of knowledge of the Bible and our Creator. Now, my uncle, he was up here, right? He was up here last year, and he had been having problems on the street with drugs and his family, his wife, you know, he wanted his kids back. The man came in here and he stayed in his cell, he went to work and he read the Bible. And when the man got out, he went down and got him a trucker's license. He drives trucks now. He's a deacon in his church. He has his family back. He has his wife back. He moved from the Bay Area. A lot of people always say,
right? Okay, let's
yeah,
ask
he's
this.
making his money legally now. And a lot of people always saying religious is a cop-out.
How many out of 100?
How many out of 100 would
Even
make
if
it
one,
stay
though, even if one is
successful?
for real.
If they just
That
stick
he's
to it.
blessed. We can give him that he's blessed.
If they, no, you all blessed. We're all blessed.
Ernie, what or who do you blame for your condition?
Mainly myself, to tell you the truth. I can't really blame nobody. I mean, I could have chose my own ways, but I chose to run with the homeboys and the barrio and do drugs and rob, steal, whatever I had to do. But I mean, if I would have known different back then, I would have chose.
What price has this lifestyle cost you?
Here it is, prison.
Are you in this for good? Is there an out for you? What can society expect from you?
Truthfully, the cycle was made to come in and out on the parole thing.
When you're on parole.
You're on parole.
When I left here, I was only out 12 days. I left here in January. I was back in February.
Parole is a set cycle for you to come back. Yeah, it is.
You set to fail.
Set to fail. But see, the object of it is.
If they had any kind of
Okay,
rehabilitation.
so check me. Answer this. Tell me this. Contact with the police, you violated. Around the wrong person, you violated. Who's the wrong person?
How come you so quiet, man? What's your point?
Oh, I was just gonna say, you know, convicts get out of prison, they don't have no kind of education. They they have education, street education. But you know, about getting a job and all that, it's like, why get a job when you can make a couple $1,000s a day selling it?
When you can work for Jack in the Box
and make $5
and literally make a couple of dollars a day.
That's about it.
Are you gonna come back?
Hopefully not.
There's doubt that you're not that sure.
Well, it's not that I'm not that sure. It's just that when you get out, you're on parole. Somebody's word can just put you back, believe me.
I talked to you. I walked in this yard. I was touched. I was moved. Whatever it is, your crime, you're man enough to do your time here, you get out. It ain't never too late. It ain't never too late. You got loved ones out there. You got children. You got family. They need you out there. Huh? They took away your freedom, or let us say, you surrendered it yourself for what you did, whatever that is. But when you get it back, don't lose it again. It is the most precious thing you have, more precious than life. Because when you ain't got freedom, what you need life for? Right?
I hope that those of you watching this will enjoy it, of course, and I hope that in a small way you might learn something. I know that there's a very good chance that a lot of you watching this either have a relative or a friend or a loved one doing time, and it'll give you an opportunity to go into prison and to see what kind of life these people live, and show it to your kids, especially those of you who are my raza and those of you who live in crime-ridden areas. Let these youngsters see this and know that for the most part, it is boredom, tediousness, and moments of great fear. It's no place you want to be. I don't know if the people watching the TV at home get the idea that, that this is some kind of safe environment. It's a real prison. San Quentin is a real place. It's the place where the death penalty is carried out in California, probably one of the most infamous prisons. The oldest in the state of California. They've had many, many big-time criminals there. After they shut down Alcatraz, they brought all those famous gangsters and criminals there. Originally, it started as an old Mexican prison. And under the prison, I got to see where they had the shackles and the calaboose and all this other stuff. And then when California became America, then the Army took it over, and it was an Army a post in a prison. It has long history. I didn't know this, but if you get sentenced to do, let's say, more than a life prison, 2 lives or whatever, even after dead, you're serving time, because they've got its own cemetery. They'll bury you there, and there are people there doing time. Prison, big-time prisons, are very, very interesting, and I figured if I found them interesting, then the public who was watching this video would find it interesting. But I didn't want to lose perspective on the fact that I'm a comedian. I'm not Dr. Phil. I'm not Deepak Chopra. I'm a comedian. I want to be funny. That is my main goal.
What's up, homies?
At the time, there was a show called the Sunday Comics, and they were all going to San Quentin. And it was Elaine Boozler, Richard Jenny, Baby Man, Bruce Baum, I think. Geez, I'm forgetting the other comics, but there was, George Wallace. There was 5 of us. And we went to San Quentin, and I remember how nervous the other comedians were and how ironically at home I felt, you know.
Look at you, black, white, brown, vatos, and an Asian dude. What's happening, Holmes? What happened, eh?
That was our audience. The majority of the people doing time there were black and brown. I don't think that has changed. We went up there, and these audiences could either be very good or they could be really bad, you know. And I remember the other non-ethnic comics were nervous, and they put me on last. George Wallace and I were last. And all of a sudden I felt at home, like I knew these guys, because I had hung around with people like that in my neighborhood always, you know. You could always tell in high school those who would eventually wind up there, and they did. When Fox asked me to go there, what happened, an incident happened. The warden and everybody told us, whatever you do, stay on stage. Don't mingle with the convicts. They'll try to get things from you, like money and cigarettes, and try not to blend in case there's trouble. We want to be able to distinguish you from them. They tell you if a bell goes off, hit the ground, and they also don't allow you to wear blue jeans. You have to wear different kinds of jeans so they can distinguish you. And you also sign basically giving the state permission that you won't sue them if they should accidentally blow your ass away, because you go in there at your own, you know, peril. So I went on stage, and I remember seeing the biggest human being I've ever seen in my life. He was a Samoan longshoreman, and he was just huge. I mean, this dude stood 7 foot tall. I think you'll see him there in this video. He weighed 400 pounds, just intimidating, huge guy. And the thing that crossed my mind was, I gotta get near this guy. I gotta talk to this guy because he must be the baddest dude in the yard. And I remember jumping off stage, which made the producers and everybody really nervous. And I walked right up to him, and I told him, stand up. And he stood up. And I looked like mini-me next to this guy. And I remember just off the top of my head, I said, you know, if I ever wind up here, I want to be your bitch. Because, you know, I'd rather have you assault me than to have everybody assault me at their will, because I just want to be yours. And for a second, which seemed to be like an eternity, he didn't laugh. He was just stoic. And then from the back of the room, a couple of laughs and a couple of laughs, and then it grew and then it grew, and then he laughed, and my heart started beating again, and I knew I was in. They liked me, you know. They liked where I was coming from, that I was real to them, and that somehow I was safe. There's no heckling there. For example, when someone on death row, when you're out there doing your jokes and someone on death row says, fuck you, you know, you suck. There's no witty comebacks to them, you know. So where are you from? None of that works. So I wanted to cut to the chase and belong. So that was the first Fox special. When I was a kid, I had seen a special that Johnny Cash had done from San Quentin. And I remember being fascinated by it, an entertainer in San Quentin, dressed in black, talking about the lifestyles, you know, because in my life, like in the lives of a lot of us in the inner city, it could have gone either way, you know. You could have just as easily been in the wrong place at the wrong time and been involved in some kind of crime, whether it be drive-by shootings or whether it be some kind of, you know, beef or some kind of fight between one gang and another gang. You never really knew why. You just knew that these were your boys and you were going to hang with them. To be brutally honest, I wasn't there to entertain. I wasn't there to preach or to send a message. I was there for Paul Rodriguez, you know. I was there to get a little fame on. I was there to get on TV. I was there to be funny. I was there to try to make some money. Why lie? I was there to try to get a name for myself so that I could travel and someday fill the amphitheater, you know, at $35 a head. That's what I was there for. But once I got there, a certain amount of social consciousness came over me. I didn't really have a lot of sympathy for the crimes that they did, but I did have sympathy for the circumstances in their lives that brought them there. And because a lot of them were from South Central, and a lot of them were from exactly the same kind of background I came from. So after that, the response was really, really great, and I got a call from Fox saying that the ratings had really been good, and would I be interested in doing a special by myself there? And I said, well, yeah, you know, it would be a great opportunity to be on Fox. I received thousands of letters of people going, oh, that's really cool, that's a really good idea. I'll tell you a very interesting story, something that I'll never forget. I received a letter from a lady who started off her letter by saying how much she had enjoyed me in the past and how she was a fan and how she wasn't going to be one anymore and how disappointed she was that I would go to San Quentin and entertain and coddle those bastards, in her words. She proceeded to tell me that one of the guys in the audience had raped and killed her daughter. And how dare I do that, go there and make these guys' life a little better. Wow, well, that really got to me, you know. It has fucked with my sleep for a while, and every once in a while I remember that letter. I remember writing her back and apologizing, but telling her that she must understand that I wasn't there to entertain this guy who killed her daughter. I was there to exercise my right to be a comedian. And I told her that as hard as it might seem to her, that she should look at my words, the things that I said, and that I wasn't there apologizing for their crime, that I wasn't the juror and I wasn't the judge, that I hadn't put them in there, nor was I there to release them. And that if she looked at my material and the things that I said, she'd realize that there was a point in there where I said, you guys miss it out there, don't you? Well, they don't miss you. And that was my way of saying, you know, you did the crime, you're doing time. But the other side of me, I do believe that I did that unwillingly. I became an accomplice. I lessened their time. I brought them a laugh or two, and a laugh that in this lady's mind these people didn't deserve. So it bothered me.
I've spent a couple of days here with you. You've taught me more. You've taught me more than I thought I'd ever know, man.
It's live, and it gives you a certain rush and an adrenaline that anything could happen. Anything could happen, you know? I mean, these are prisoners. This is not a set. These guys are real criminals. They've killed real people. They've shot real people. And I was very, very nervous because if any incident should happen and we're live across the country, what am I going to do for that 1 hour of air on HBO, which is very valuable, and it's, you know, this is what every comedian dreams of, to have their own hour on HBO. And not only did I have an hour, I had a live hour. So when I was running around, I would hear the bells. There are many kinds of bells, like the three short beeps and the three short bells, you know, those are the serious ones. And then the long and short one, that just means lunch, or that just means, you know, all the noises in there have a meaning. And I hadn't been there long enough to know the meaning of all those noises. So any bell went off, for me it was Attica. It was a riot. You can bet your ass I was nervous. I was nervous because on the one hand, I gotta be funny, I gotta get my material out there, and on the other hand, I don't have an opportunity to rehearse. If these jokes didn't work, you're up the creek. And if one of those guys decided to go up there and hurt me, my mom was gonna see it, you know? And those guns were real guns, and it was real. In hindsight, it was a good show. I was proud of it. And I remember the helicopter flying around, and I remember Rocco, the director, trying to relax me, pretty much like a boxer who's gonna go in and fight for the championship. You know, hey, yeah, you're the champ, okay? You've done this before, okay? They're in the palm of your hands. Yeah, they like you, man. You're gonna be all right. You know, telling you things to inspire confidence in you. But deep down inside where we all live, there's this little voice that's saying, what if? What if you say the wrong thing? What if you piss them off? What if one of these demented sons of bitches has got nothing to lose? He's already in there doing 3 or 4 lives. What if this is his chance of getting famous, you know? And all he has to do is go up there and stick his finger in your eye socket. Those were the kinds of things that were crossing my mind. And I'm walking down what they call death row, dead man walking. It's ironic because I'm talking to the warden. You know, if you're a very infamous, heinous criminal, you're so heinous that you can't be let out into the yard, to the regular population. You're isolated. You get 1 hour of sunlight, and but you have your own cell. You don't share it with anyone. You got cable, TV. You've got certain privileges that the run-of-the-mill convicts don't. You know, some of them have to be 2 to a cell. And I always thought that, hey man, maybe that's an incentive. Maybe these guys only kill 2 people and they have to share a cell. But if you kill 3, hey, you get your own little cell there. And as I was walking by, I don't think Richard Ramirez is in there anymore. I think he's either at Pelican Bay or Folsom. But at the time he was there, and so was Charlie Manson and all these guys. And I'm walking down the road with him, and you have to walk down this yellow line because you don't want to walk too close to these guys. They'll get you. It's like a dog pound. And I hear a voice, "Hey, Hans, Hans." And there he is, the Night Stalker, man, Richard Ramirez. He wants my autograph. He wants my autograph, and he even tells me, you know, I'm famous too. And I said, no, you're not famous. You're infamous. There's a difference. I'm famous. You're infamous. And I don't care to give you my autograph. The warden, Daniel Vasquez, he said, hey, Paul, how would you like to see the gas chamber? How'd you like to go to death row? And I go, yeah, So I went over there to the gas chamber, and he opened the gas chamber. How'd you like to go inside? And in a weird way, I said to myself, how many people have an opportunity to go into the gas chamber and come out? I remember talking to some Crips and some Bloods and asking them why they were there in their opinion. And one guy says, television. I said, wait a minute, are you serious? That shocked me. He goes, I'm here because of television, man. I'm here because of that box right there.
Because you see all the glamour and all the fame, you see all these people that has money and buying cars and buying this. You want to be part of that world too, but maybe you might not have went to school to become educated and to do this, or you do it another way.
And he proceeded to explain, and it made sense. He says, Paul, look, I grew up in Watts, Compton, constantly being bombarded by television, by all the things that we know we're not going to get. You know, the BMW commercials, how other people live, all the material things that they're just teasing us. I'm never going to have access to that unless I pull a gun and steal it, or unless I sell drugs and get enough money to move out of there. Television is just teasing us, showing us all the things that everybody else has but us. And I'll be damned if I didn't find that logical in a lot of ways.
Are you hopeless?
No, I'm not hopeless. I have a lot of hope in myself.
And in San Quentin, like in most prisons, and I visited many since, they divided the yard from certain hours. This gang had access to the barbells and the weight lifting and all that. And at other hours, they had the basketball court, and they all had certain times certain areas where nobody went in there. It was a microcosm of our society in a way, because they subdivide themselves even more according to what crime you've committed. This is something you don't ask each other. The only thing that you can unite blacks and whites and browns and Asians together is that they all have a hate for child molesters. Short eyes. Those guys aren't safe anywhere, so they're totally locked down. See, the California penal system is basically divided into the Hispanic gangs, who are dominant and most powerful, basically because I believe they're more numerous. Their tenacity and their willingness for violence to defend their turf. And then you have the Aryan Brotherhood, who are like Nazi lowriders and who are basically white, and they have to stick together for protection. Then you have the Black Guerrilla family, So the Black Guerrilla family has a lot of subdivisions. So these people who were sworn enemies in the outside were basically divided by race inside, except for the Mexican gangs. The Mexican gangs subdivided themselves from norteños, northerners, sureños, southerners, the two big families, the Nuestra Familia and La M. These were the two rivaling, fighting gangs. It didn't work with them, but with the blacks, it did work. Once in prison, they were black, so they united. And a small contingency of Asian gangs, Vietnamese, Laotian, people like that, were very small, but again, they circled the wagons to protect themselves. So I was trying to find out the problem between the Crips and the Bloods, who I was very aware of because I grew up in Compton. I went to Dominguez, my sisters went to Centennial, my brother went to Compton High. So right there in Luther Park in Piru Street, that's where the Piru Crips and the Bloods, that's where they came from. In some instances, it was hard to understand because some kids from the same family would belong to two different gangs and would become deadly rivals. So when I was there, I realized that they left their allegiances at the door. And you saw Bloods and Pirus and Crips, sworn enemies in the street, somehow suspending their animosity towards each other and getting along. And I was fascinated, curious why that couldn't happen out in the streets. Why did it take prison to say, okay, you know, you're black and I'm black and in this prison we're black? And what I found out was that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. At San Quinten, not only did I run into a first cousin of mine there, but I ran into several guys that had gone to school with me, guys that I knew. And I remember while I was walking in the yard one time, just me and this camera guy who was scared shitless.
For a moment, for just a moment, I forget that I'm in a prison, just for a moment. And then I look at this vato and I realize that, yep, I'm in San Quintin.
Just walking up to different areas where you didn't cross, but somehow they let me, and talking to them, trying to disarm them with a little joke here and there. So they really liked the fact that I wasn't scared, or they thought I wasn't scared because I didn't have no security. So when they thought that was cool. Hey man, you're all right, you know, you're not a punk, you know, because they had done a lot of other movies there, and some of these guys were AFTRA members. That some of those guys had been in more movies than I had at the time. You know, hey, that's really cool, man. You're all right, man. You're one of us, you know. And they accepted me, but it was totally an accident. So I'm walking down, and a friend of mine who'd been in high school with me says, "Hey, what's up, Rod?" And I go, "Hey, Carlos, man, what's going on?" He goes, "Oh, all right, what you in here for?" I go, "Oh, I'm just here, you know, to do a TV show." He goes, "Yeah, man, we're all here to do TV shows."
Does this place make you bad, or are you bad because you're in here?
I guess I'm bad because I'm in here, man.
A cousin of mine was there. My first cousin was there. And I remember I talked to him, and I even mentioned the fact that he was there. And it's very embarrassing for my family. So when my family saw this show, and I mentioned his name, which I shouldn't have, but I just trying to put a little reality. My aunt got really upset, you know, "Oh, great, tell the whole world that we're a bunch of criminals, and tell the whole world that he did this or he did that." And I'm trying to explain to my aunt that I didn't put my cousin in there, and that him being in there didn't stop him from being my cousin, and that I'm sorry that that I could understand her being ashamed, but that I hadn't brought that shame to her, and that wasn't my dead body, and don't put that at my door. I asked one of the supervisors there, who runs prison? You know, the guards don't run the prison. They contain it. But they run their prison. There's a definite set of laws in there. There's a right and a wrong way. Respect is a big thing in prison, you know? And you don't have respect for someone's ethnicity, someone's sect, someone's affiliation. You could wind up hurt very quickly. When you get in there, you have to learn these rules pronto. I found that the toughest, the meanest, the most murderous guys in there have families.
Hey, Mom. I'm coming home in 93, Mom. I'll see you then.
94.
Have my enchiladas ready. To my little nephews out there, one love. One love. It's gonna be all right. Lisa Marie Krebs, you're the love of my life. You're always who I want to spend the rest of my life. I want to marry you. Will you marry me? When I get out. When I get out, which is in 10 days.
They have sons, they have daughters, and they realize they don't want their kid there, you know? They don't want their children there. And a lot of these guys aren't dummies. They're very, very smart. You know, the leaders of these gangs, they control millions and millions of dollars in drugs and whatever kind of ways that the mob makes money, that they're businessmen. I always found it ironic that in the straight world, if these guys would have used their intelligence to go legitimate, you know, these guys, they're CEOs, they're COs, they run their company, and their business is illegal, but it's still a business, and it functions under the same principles and the same laws that every business functions, the law of supply and demand, you know. These guys supply drugs, there's a demand for drugs, there's money, and there are transportation people who are in charge, there are distributors. So it's just like these guys happen to distribute cocaine and heroin and marijuana and all this, but they could just as very well be distributing television sets, you know. Some guy up there in a big office in Century City is in charge of distributing television sets, and he has to worry about the importation of these televisions from Japan. Well, this guy has to be in charge of the importation from all the way from Colombia to some cigarette boat in Miami, to the transportation over here. There's hundreds of people, thousands of people involved, so it is a legitimate business. What always made me think is it takes a certain amount of intelligence, a knowledge of business to be successful in that business, like to be successful in the real world. If these guys would have just distributed television sets instead of kilos of marijuana, they'd be my neighbor. They'd own that big house next door, you know. It's sad, but you know, some of these guys probably could teach a course and name a university on how to make a business flourish. These guys use muscle, intimidation, assassination, these brutal ways of cornering their market, whereas in the legitimate world, these guys use lawyers and lawsuits and other ways to vanquish and intimidate their opposition, their competition. But the laws of business are the same. The intelligence is the same. It's just the nature of their business that's different.
You can tell the vatos that been here before, you know, they know the deal, right? Just in the way they walk and how they look, you know they've been here before, right? It's like going to work, you know, for these vatos. You know, it's like, it's another day at the office.
I was trying to do dramedy, for the lack of a better word, a little drama, a little comedy, because comedy isn't that far removed from tragedy, you know. sad and the happy face. Some say that the best comedy comes from tragedy. I would agree to a certain extent. Well, Shy Girl. Way in the back there were a couple of transvestites, a couple of she-men. And this girl was, guy, was dressed with, makeup. She looked good.
¿Cómo te llamas? What?
Shy girl.
Shy girl? Shy girl, you look so shy. Híjola, how did you get that name?
I'm shy.
No, you ain't shy. Not if you dress like that, you ain't shy.
Laughter is essential. And there's a lot of humor in these prisons. There's a lot of jokes. It's their Novocaine. You know, they sit around and they play the dozen. There's a lot of very funny guys in there. Yeah, laughter is essential, you know. A few years ago, I had the privilege of going to Africa, part of the movie Ali, and I had the privilege of having dinner with Nelson Mandela. And I remember asking him, how was he able to spend 27 years, more than 20 of them in solitary confinement? How do you keep your sanity there? What did you do to get through this? I mean, most of us can't imagine, you know, if I have a cold and I'm bound to my bed for a day or two, I go nuts. Now, it's inconceivable to imagine 27 years of incarceration and just being a freedom fighter, just wanting freedom for your country. And he said that he kept a very healthy sense of humor. He had to laugh. He had to just, buckle down and laugh in his strong belief in the big man up there saw him through. Laughter is a commodity that is,
You get out.
is the penicillin of those who are
It ain't never too late. You
persecuted
got
and
loved ones out
incarcerated.
there, you got children, you got family.
I try
need you
to,
out
in my own ways, when I wrap up my show, I go, listen, if some of you get out, it's never too late to straighten out, return to your families, be a man, be a husband, be a productive member of society.
You get out, it ain't never too late. It ain't never too late. You got loved ones out there, you got children, you got family. They need you out there.
And I have run into some people who've gotten paroled. And I was at an airport in Chicago in a hurry to catch a plane, and this guy was following me going, hey, Rodriguez. And I figured he wanted an autograph or something. I don't want to be rude, but I said, listen, I really got to catch my plane. And he goes, I just want to tell you something. He goes, I was there. Where? I was there. I was in the audience. He goes, I got out a year ago, and I'm living here with my wife in Chicago, and I got a job, and things are going good, and I want to thank you. I didn't know why he wanted to thank me, but maybe some of the things I said, because I said them heartfelt.
Keep it straight, keep it on the short and narrow, and I'll see you outside. I'll buy you a beer. How's that? All right?
I bought many beers. I bought many beers in many bars. But there's many other beers that I owe. And if you guys are watching this, I owe you a beer, and I'm still willing to pay.
What do these bars rob you of?
I remember one of the interviews. I'm talking to one of the roughest, meanest guys in prison. He's one of the lieutenants and leaders of one of the major Latino gangs there. And he had the courage and the heart to do more or less like a little public service announcement that you'll see on the tape where he tells those young gang members out there who probably look up to this guy, because in a weird way, in the barrio, we don't have that many heroes. And some people who are villainous to society are actually heroic to those kids who are in the life. The gang members, either from, name a gang, there are so many. I don't want to name a couple and then the other ones who didn't get no publicity get mad. So I'll just say that this guy goes on there, and it wasn't rehearsed, and I didn't write any lines for him, and I didn't have any lines, but when he looks into the camera and he tells those kids that prison ain't no joke, that when you come here, you will get raped, and you will get hurt, and only the tough survive.
All you youngsters, man, that are out there riding, hanging tough, playing the gangbang role, whatever you may be doing out there, man, don't end up like me, man. Don't end up in prison, man, because this is where it all ends. And you don't got no guarantees of coming out of this place. You don't got no guarantees that nobody's going to rape you, or nobody's going to deprive you, or nobody's going to kill your dignity. You come in here, you're going to get stepped on. It happens to everybody.
Your teacher can tell you that, and it won't sink in. I could tell you that, and, you know, I'm just a clown. But when this guy, who's a down vato, who's a soldier, this guy with the tattoos and the teardrops from the years, and there's a certain kind of code in there, you know. Certain tattoos, they're not just there for decoration, they have meaning. You know, some tattoos say, you've killed, you know, blood in, blood out. You're the guy that these dudes want to be like. When he tells you, when he takes all the romance and he takes all those things that make these youngsters who are impressionable, when he tells you that you're not going to like prison, not at all, somehow I think they will listen to them.
What a shitty day to be in prison, isn't it? Yeah. It's ironic, man. It's a shitty day to be in prison because it's a gorgeous day to be outside.
Oh, man, it gets worse, man, in the summertime, man. You know, when you know all the things, all the activities.
You know, with the familia, the 4th of July, the parties, you ever say to yourself, the fuck am I doing
Start thinking
here,
about it. Yeah.
Doesn't it make you homesick as all hell?
Sure it does. Every day makes you homesick, man.
There are many ways to get through life without resorting to the kinds of deeds that these young men have done. If you admire their lifestyle, you're wrong. And they'll tell you themselves.
San Quinten ain't the place to be. No penitentiary.
Just got a little message to the youngsters out there, you know, like think about it twice what you're gonna do out there, and this ain't nothing funny right here, you know. It's a serious business, you know. Just want to say that take care out there, think about it twice before you do anything stupid out there, you know.
A single tear that you see upon my face is a tear time cannot erase. It stands most of all for the things I can never replace. The time I've done, the love I've lost. It's put there as a reminder of the good times. We have all cried when times were bad, but how many have cried when we had the good?
Come on in. All you kids, come on in and see me. I'll be here.
Hey man, get an education. You don't have to be a doctor or a lawyer. You can be a welder. I wanted to be a welder. They make about 20 bucks an hour. And if in any way these tapes help to open the eyes of a youngster, then these trips that I made there would have certainly been worth it. Prison is no place you want to be. That's the message I left with, and I hope that's the message you get.